Good evening and welcome to Linton Minor Basketball. Tonight the Miners on the road visiting the Cougars of North Daviess. North Daviess coming in with an 8-5 mark, and Linton-Stockton Miners coming in at 10-1. As usual, we'll have the junior varsity to start and then the varsity game following that. The junior varsity game will start in about 15 minutes from now. Heather?
Well, we'd like to welcome all of you who are watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network on Roku TV, Apple TV, Fire Stick, and YouTube. So if you are watching on our YouTube station or you wish to leave a comment on our Facebook graphic, we will give you possible shout-outs during tonight's broadcast. As always, we do not broadcast to Facebook Live. Here's why, and we get asked this question a lot. We're going to do another reminder, is that all coaches so far this season have requested that we archive our broadcast 24 hours after completion. And since we abide by those wishes of the coaches, if you watch it on Facebook Live, then we have to actually take that down, and then we're not able to bring that broadcast back up, and all the comments go with it, and we're not one to delete comments. So we like to leave it just to the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network and to YouTube. So there goes that. You'll see in rotation in the bottom of the crawl all of the sponsors that make this broadcast at home to all of you free to view. So we hope that you will keep that in consideration as you're looking to shop or looking to visit. And we are currently in the pregame of the Jordan Vaught Insurance Show. Call Ross and his staff at Jordan Vaught Insurance for your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life. His friendly staff treats you like family, making sure you are covered. So call 812-384-3535 today. Kevin?
We are joined by head Linton volleyball coach Scott Vanderkolk, who's been kind enough to come along with us in game time tonight. And obviously you did some other games for us last year. This is our first time to get you out for basketball this year.
It's cold during basketball season. I'm not used to, going to the gyms. It's hot. No, it's good to be back out and helping you guys out. I always enjoy it. So looking forward to a good night of basketball between two of the better programs in the area for the last several years. And
yeah, it was interesting to hear you and Heather talking earlier, because obviously I'm the newbie here, but I didn't know about the rich Cougar basketball history.
Yeah, they've had a fantastic program. Coach Dalrymple's done a really nice job particularly the last 5 years or so, of building this team, from a small community, and had the state championship team a few years ago, and backed that up with a run in 3A when they jumped from 1A to 3A for that 2 years. They almost had a trip to the state finals in 3A also. So,
wow. So crowd still filing in. As we said, we've got the junior varsity first junior varsity game coming up here first.
First of all, we'd also like to mention that due to our location where they place media, obviously you're going to see a little different angle, as you've seen during the girls' season back in, I guess it would be, November, I think? And then also when we were here for not only volleyball, but the volleyball sectionals. So we are at the top of one end. And we will do our best to show as much of the field of play as we possibly can. We want to say thank you to Athletic Director John Mullen and Principal Jed Gerals, who have allowed us to come in and broadcast tonight's game. I've got a little history with the two of them. John Mullen and I went to school down at USI. Good friends, and then Jed Gerals was my band director when I was in high school at Bloomfield. So
small world.
They're two incredible leaders here at North Daviess. So we want to say thank you as well. We're going to take a really quick timeout to hear from one of our Minor Pride sponsors, Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. This is Rader Media Sports.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need to list a property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Three specialty clinics with three top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family, our family, caring for yours. At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. We're going to do a little housekeeping here for a number of sponsors that you will hear in tonight's rotation. First up is Key Associates of Linton, who serves as our quarter sponsor, serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Key Associates of Linton has helped generations of clients buy and sell homes. So whether you're looking to buy your dream home or next investment, or sell your home to enter into the next chapter of your life, Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks are there for you every step of the way, as they are your key to the very best. Walton Funeral Service serves as our 3-point shot sponsor. Funeral pre-planning with dedication to professional and compassionate service. Since 1915, one generation to the next, one family to another, Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. Their families have been there for this community for over a century and look forward to serving you for many more years to come. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Stenger Homes. Do you know that over 30% of the homes sold were in the winter months? So don't wait. Give her a call at 812-219-2307. And stay tuned to the end of tonight's broadcast for the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. They're now taking orders for Mother's Day and 2025 graduations. They can help you create the perfect personalized gift by laser engraving on just about anything. So if you need an idea, or if you have an idea or need help creating one, call 812-798-0174 or visit them on Facebook at E2 Custom Creations today. Kevin?
So we have a SWIAC contest here tonight, and so Scott, Coach, I'll ask you, how important are those SWIAC games?
You know, you and I were talking before the game about the tradition and history of the conference, and you know, these kids take a lot of pride in winning the conference games, let alone winning conference championships. You know, back in the day with single class ball, that was usually a pretty good precursor to your sectional, but with the class ball, we've gotten away from that a little bit. So, you know, it gives you bragging rights over the area schools. that are closer to you. You play each other in every sport. You grow up playing against each other. Your communities are close. So it's always a big deal with kids to win their conference games.
The North Daviess Cougars, as I said, they come in with a record of 8-5 on the year. I did not see who they've lost to so far this year, but that still is a good record. They're 2-1 in the SWIAC, so obviously they're still in the running, and I imagine a lot of teams are right now thinking they have a chance in the SWIAC this year.
Yeah. Again, we were talking about the conference before, and boys basketball is a dogfight. The top 5, 6, anybody can win most years. It can be an arduous season for teams at the bottom of that pile, but when you look at Linton, Clay City, Bloomfield, North Daviess, North Central's in the mix this year too. Just when you got 5 tough teams, especially. Shackamax, they can win any night too.
Clay City looked pretty good beating Bloomfield the other night.
I know a lot of our boys were at that game, just watching as fans. They knew it was going to be a good game. They talked about Clay City's size, which isn't something you typically see at a 1A school. So that's going to be a fun game to watch when we play them.
Isn't that about the last game of the year? Pretty close.
It's
February
pretty
the
late.
18th.
Yeah. And last year it was one of the first games we played.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember that.
That was actually Coach Britton's very first game.
Yep. Yeah.
At Clay City, and I think a lot of people assumed that Clay City was going to win, and it's pretty cool to see him walk away with his first win at Clay City as a Linton Minor basketball coach. We're going to take a really quick timeout to listen to another one of our sponsors. This is Rader Media Sports.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you, or give me a call at 812-847-98.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Whether it's the classroom, the field, the stage, or the court, it's time for another production of Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners, on the Champions Network of the IHSAA. Welcome back to North Daviess, where the North Daviess Cougars hosting the visiting Linton-Stockton Miners tonight. The Cougars in their white and with orange numerals, and the Miners, JV anyway, in the all black with blue numerals. I like that look.
It's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp.
I don't know what you call that down the side.
Yeah,
Argyle down the side.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that looks good.
Looks like from one of our sponsors, Mike Moore, and he says that it shows on Max Preps, which sometimes is not always correct.
Yeah.
Shows they're actually 9-5. What do you have them at?
I have them at 8-5. They could have played another game since. I always go to John Harrell and get it off there. I'm not always sure about Max Preps, but it could be accurate.
We are having starters for JV, Kevin. Those starters are sponsored by Klusner Construction of Linton.
This pregame brought to you by Jordan and Vaught Insurance. We're getting ready for the announcement of the starters here.
Jake Rose, number 4.
So, again, the starters for North Daviess, number 20, Grady Callison, number 44, Gianmarco Saviani, who's jumping an international transfer student. Now the ball is on the floor, and also starting is Marcus Graber, Will Boyd, and Campbell Whitner. For the Miners, Jake Rose, Drake Netherland, Owen Smith, Reuben Goodman, and Gage Sullivan. I think we're going to jump this one again. Jake Rose jumping up against Giancarlo.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I don't think I have either. But we're coming up, number 11, Will Boyd, bringing the ball up. Give it a go, goes around the pick, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down out of there by Owen Smith, and the Miners off and running. There's a shot up and no good by Jake Rose, and a foul called underneath the hoop, and it's against the Miners.
Yeah, it's going to go against Reuben Goodman. Got a little pushy with the hands on the rebound.
So, Cougars bringing the ball up. Again, this junior varsity action just underway. We're at the home of the Cougars. Ball on top. Driving in the lane, shot up, oh good. Boy, they've had two bank shots. It looked like they were both going to fall, and neither did. Gage Sullivan coming across the timeline. It's it to Reuben Goodman. Goodman back over to Sullivan. Shot up, no good. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Will Boyd. Boyd gets the ball taken right away by, it looked like, by Drake Netherland, but they get the ball back, and now a foul is called. I think it's going to be on Netherland.
Yep, just got him with the body, trying to hustle, get a little bit of a trap action on his own over there on the sideline. Just got a little too physical.
Inbounding the ball literally right underneath us. Down low. Saviani, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down again by the Miners. It's by Sullivan. Gage brings the ball up. Nope, he'll pass it off to Netherland. Netherland walks it up across the timeline, goes the right side to Goodman. Out on top, Sullivan. Left side, Netherland. Jake Rose back to Drake Netherland. Oops, a little bobble by Sullivan. He gets under control, spins to his right. Wants to go to the baseline, kicks it out. Wide open jumper up by Owen Smith. And no, it falls. That should be, was that a tray?
Yep, they called it a three-pointer there.
So a three-pointer by Owen Smith. And that's a Walton Funeral Homes three-pointer. Underneath, shot up. Again, no good, just off the glass. Sullivan fighting for the rebound, and he's going to get fouled.
I think they called that on 20 there. Whitmer.
Campbell Whitner, 5'8" freshman. Miners inbound the ball. Owen Smith giving it right back to Drake Netherland. Netherland pivots to his right, gives it to Goodman. Goodman will drive. He gets a couple of folks were blocking that shot. It'll be interesting to see who they call it on. They call it on Gianmarco Saviani. That's his first, 6'5" junior.
He's a good-looking kid.
International student.
Big athlete, yeah.
Free throw up, no good by Goodman. Reuben will get another one here. Miners ahead, 3-0, junior varsity action. Just underway.
You can tell Saviani's played quite a bit. He's moves well.
4-0 Miners. Oh, loose ball goes out of bounds. I think it went off the foot of Will Boyd. And so the Miners will take advantage of the turnover.
4:28 to play. First quarter, sponsored by Key Associates of Linton.
Owen Smith on the left. Jake Rose, shot up, rims off, no good. Will Boyd with the rebound. Coming the other way. He's the quarterback. Spins to his right. Well, the ball staying out on top there. Little cut, no good. Boyd to the cup. Foul. Will Boyd will go to the line.
Been impressed with North Daviess' spacing on the floor. They're doing a good job of spreading the defense out. setting screens when they're not involved with the ball. Just doing a nice job.
Nice touch on that first. The free throw going right at Coach Vanderkolk. That's right at
I got a great view of that shot.
2 points for Will Boyd. Again, we're right behind the hoop here, so. And really, it's not bad at all. You have a good view. It's just different.
Yep.
It's a little challenging
for video, yeah. Jake Rose starts the drive. They double team him quickly. Kicks the ball out. Owen Smith whips it around the left side. Now a nice feed into Reuben Goodman. He feeds it out. Shot by Owen Smith. Will not fall. Sabiani with a rebound. Coming the other way. So number 22, that must be Marcus Graber. I don't see that on the JV, and they've got other varsity kids playing, so I'm going to assume that's Graber, the freshman. Get it out on top. Whitmer bringing the ball up. Sees an opening. Off the glass, no good. Rebound on the ground and a scramble. Cougars come away with it. Gianmarco goes to the cup and is fouled.
Want to say hello to Melody Thuis and family who are watching from home, as well as Sheila McCammon, who is watching on YouTube.
Gianmarco, first free throw, no good.
You can see a little bit of frustration Jake Rose's faced on the block attempt. He went a little bit too much volleyball swing on the block and got a little aggressive.
They miss them both, but Graber comes up with the rebound. Giancarlo drives to the hoop. He misses that one. And Jake Rose coming the other way. Owen Smith on the right-hand side. Goes to the cutter. Goodman underneath the cup. Up, no good. Shot partially blocked. And we're coming back the other way. Going low underneath. Again, Sabiani. You can tell that's the path they want to take. They want to feed him.
You got a 6'5" kid with a frame like that. You don't see that too often in a JV game. Get it in there, try to get the other team in foul trouble. They're doing a nice job of it. That's fifth foul on the Miners. North Daviess got to convert at the free throw line. They've struggled there.
0 for 3 now is Gianmarco. Owen Smith checking out. Kingston Crane has come in for the Miners. Gianmarco Sabiani. Little behind the curve this year because he missed that one too. He's missed all 4 free throws because he went, I think, back home, traveled for about 3 weeks before coming, or about in the middle of the season, I think, and so now he's trying to still play catch up. There's a travel call on the Miners.
Just got a little too excited down there. Drake thought about passing it, decided to keep it.
Will Boyd bringing it up. Sees an open path to the cup, and he makes it count. 4 points for Will Boyd, and it's 4-4.
That's what that spacing is doing for them, though. They're getting a lot of cutting drives that have given them, I don't know, five attempts at a layup.
Reuben Goodman.
That was a good shot.
3-pointer, beautiful. Reuben Goodman gets a Walton Funeral Service 3-pointer. Nice drive, double block. Reuben Goodman coming away with it. Spins with the left hand. Cuts back to the right, back to the left. Stops top of the free throw line. Gives it to
great pass.
Sullivan, who feeds it underneath to Kingston Crane, I think.
No, that was Drake Netherland down there.
Okay, Drake Netherland cut to the hoop, was wide open, and a great pass, and Drake makes it count, and he'll go for the end one.
It was a fantastic pass by Gage. He had a good look at a three, and he saw Drake standing down there, shot it down. The little guy amongst the trees, got the hoop and harm, as they say.
Man, there wasn't a redwood anywhere near him.
No, and then
he was wide open.
Came out of nowhere and got a little too much body on him.
And he's going out for a break, and Drake makes that one count for the old-fashioned three-point play.
That was Sabiani's second foul, too, so he'll probably sit the rest of the quarter.
Miners up 10-4. It'll be interesting to see how much he plays in the JV if he doesn't play more varsity. There's a drive to the cup, a swipe and a block by Sullivan, and they're going to say that he fouls Will Boyd. I'll tell you, there's something about these point guards. They're not afraid to take it to the cup in the traffic.
No. They get a kind of an isolation, and they've got a good look at the rim. They're going hard.
Missed that free throw.
Like we said earlier, they've just got to convert there at the free throw line. They should be winning right now if they were hitting 90% from the free throw line.
7 free throws. They've made 2.
It's tough.
2 of 7.
I'm not good at math. That was a guess.
Misses the second one. So 2 of 8. Now what do we got in the lane too soon?
Yeah, I think
number
they called
20.
24 there for North Daviess.
24.
All righty. Miners will inbound. Reuben Goodman will bring the ball up. Gets it across the timeline. Half-court press. They go for the cross-court pass. Almost picked off. Jake Rose brings it down. Kicks it outside. On the right-hand side, they try to go underneath. And I think they were trying to go to Ian Motter, who's now stepped in the ball game. And Ian, at 6'5", gives the Miners a little height underneath. It was not a shooting foul.
No, 22 got him on the ground there.
But I believe the next one will be. It's a 4th team foul.
I'm still trying to adjust
Jake
to that
Rose.
rule.
Shot over on the left side, up no good by Kingston Crane. And we're coming the other way. Whitmer with the ball. Bounces it off to Graber. Now out on top. Their spark plug, Will Boyd, takes it to the cup, tips the ball away. They still get the ball. Jumper on the left side, up no good. That shot was taken by 22, which was Graber, I believe.
24.
24. So that's Will. No, it's not Will Boyd. Zorman.
Owen Smith picked up his first foul.
And Zorman will go to the free throw line. Zane will get a pair. See if he can shoot free throws a little better. No, he missed one. He'll get another one. 2 of 9 right now so far. I'm jinxing him, aren't I? 2 of 10. And Coach, I'm sure, is going to have a discussion with him at halftime about, or even at the end of this first quarter, about free throws. Goodman out on top. Reuben looking to his right. Jake Rose. Kingston Crane. Reuben Goodman. Needs somebody to move. Owen Smith with the ball. Passes it off to Jake Rose.
It's like we're going
Jake
to probably hold for one.
Working on the right side. Yep, Jake just holding the ball, basically. They go back to Jake over on the right side. We're around just seconds remaining, and now we've got a foul called.
Called a timeout here.
Timeout.
Oh, a timeout. I think they're saying that they thought there was a double dribble there, but there was no call. Timeout with 14 ticks remaining here in the first quarter. It is 10-4, Miners on top. This is Rader Media Sports.
Autumn Trace of Greene County is perfect setting for seniors to call home. Seniors can live as independently as they wish while enjoying as much supportive care as they may request in their daily lives from their 24-hour care staff. Call Jessica and her friendly staff at 812-699-4464 to schedule your tour. Come and find out why so many of your friends and neighbors have already picked Autumn Trace as their choice to age in place. Kevin?
2 of 10 from the free throw line for the hosts, North Daviess Cougars, junior varsity.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think you're right. North Daviess was trying to argue for a double dribble there on Rose. He stuck one hand out there, and it bounced off, went to the ground. He never had control of it. He gathered it, and then he started dribbling, which is where I think that confusion really came from.
Nice pick by Motter. Goodman going on the right side. Long shot up, no good. To follow, no good. And that is the end of one. The Miners take a 10-4 advantage at the end of the first quarter over the North Daviess Cougars.
They called a foul there. We're shooting free throws.
Did?
Yep.
The Cougars are going to be shooting.
Yeah, they called a foul on Jake Rose on the rebound. So we're going to have some
Graber.
more free throws.
Marcus Graber. Well, they're 2 of 10. Let's see if Marcus can improve the mark for the home team. Nope. 2 of 11. Second free throw up, and that one looks good. Marcus makes it 3 of 12 from the free throw line. So now 10-5, Miners ahead at the end of 1. Heather?
This is Rader Media Sports.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. Are you looking for TV or high-speed internet? Give Mike Moore a call at Midwest Satellite. He offers dish TV plans starting at $91.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. Call Midwest Satellite at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He will treat you right. And Crane Credit Union offers checking accounts to fit your needs. They have high-yield options, free debit cards, and online banking, and free checks for members 60+. With no monthly service fees, you can start letting your money work for you. Learn more at cranecu.org.
Miners inbounding the ball again this second quarter, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. Ian Motter hands it off to Owen Smith. Shot up, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Motter. Owen will try it again. No good. Goodman with the putback. Ruben Goodman, 5-6 points for Ruben.
Miners did a nice job of crashing the boards there 2 times in a row. Got the putback.
Jumper on the way. Up, no good. Rebound, Owen Smith. Ruben Goodman looking at Kingston Crane. Decides better of it. Drake Netherland on the left side. Rotates over to the right. Back to Ian Motter, top of the key. Goodman coming from right to left. Kingston Crane, Ian Motter. Smith tried to cut to the hoop, a backdoor. Didn't work. Nice spin move up off the glass. Wow, nice shot by Kingston Crane. Talk about being able to get your own shot.
Yeah, even a little bit of contact, just kind of, it looks smooth too.
14-5 Miners. Working over on the left side, Zorman drives, kicks it off. Shot up and good. Great shot by number 22, Marcus Graber. And that was a 2, wasn't it?
That was a 3.
Oh, a 3. Thank you. Walton Funeral Service 3-pointer. 14-8. See if the Cougars can get back on track a little bit. Not had very good night so far from the free throw line, but 3-pointers are always nice. Motter on the left. Hands it off. Kingston Crane fires. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Owen Smith. He gets his pocket picked. Gets double teamed, and they're off and running the other way. Tried to pass it down low, and it was either deflected or kicked.
Yep, kicked by Owen Smith.
Want to say hello to Sharon Edwards watching on YouTube. Kingston Crane's grandmother, so thank you for checking in with us.
Yeah. Should be proud, Grandma, because that was a whale of a shot a moment ago. Cougars. Oops, looked like a travel, and it is. Wanted to pivot around and just kind of picked up his pivot foot. Drake Netherland to inbound. Kingston Crane back to Netherland. 14-8, Miners on top. JV, second quarter. Got a substitution in there. Number 12, Chris Sams now in the ball game. Motter hands it off. Netherland. Ian going to the left. Ian Motter. Sam wants to take it up. No. Kicks it back. Wide open. Kingston Crane. Yes.
Good look. Got the defense to crash there on Chris Saris. Kicked it out to wide open Kingston Crane.
Walton Funeral Service three-pointer for Kingston. He has 5. Boy, it's nice when you can bring kids off the bench. You can do something like that.
Yeah, Kingston's he's a good athlete.
Nice pass down low. Shot up no good. They're going to call Motter for the foul there. Zorman will be going to the line. Zane's already been there for 2. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 17-8 is our score. Just a shade under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Zorman. Hits it. His first point of the ball game. Oh, you see the Cougar band coming in. Hits the second one as well. You always kind of like to see that. Kind of shows there's a big game coming up. And right now we've got a timeout on the floor. It is 17-10, 3:59 to play in the first half. The Miners leading the North Daviess JV. This is Rader Media Sports.
Century, you have seen a lamp as our logo. This is the lamp of hope. It is a symbol that though we will go through darkness at the time of loss, there is a light that leads us to a greater eternity. It also reflects that we will be a light to help you through this difficult time. We're here when you need us most.
Is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, life, farm, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family, she says. Let me help protect yours, too. Proudly serving Indiana. Call 812-582-8941. One agent for all of your insurance needs.
Drake Netherland working on the right side. Kevin Rader, Heather Rader, Scott Vanderkolk, all here joining you in North Daviess territory, home of the Cougars. Nice shot off the glass. Ruben Goodman's a good ball player.
Just a strong drive. He decided that he was going to take that thing in and get 2 points.
8 points for Ruben. There's a nice drive down the lane and a great kind of backhanded flip up there. Good for Marcus Graber. He has 5. 19-12, Miners on top. Sam shot on the left-hand side, and that's a tray for Chris Sams.
Saris,
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Walton Funeral Service three-point shot.
Why does the roster say Sams?
You're thinking Isaiah, not Isaiah Sam. You're thinking of Aaliyah Sam, yeah.
But on the roster it says Sams. I just scratched it out.
Sure does.
And so
sure does.
It's Saris, Sarris. Sorry. Great three-pointer for Chris Saris. Miners coming the other way. Did they score on that? I was messing with that.
No, they turned the ball over.
Goodman on the right-hand side. Messing with my roster. Goodman shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound is pulled down by, is that Jimmy Wright?
Jimmy K. Wright.
Jimmy K. Wright, and there. Miners have the ball. So the Miners getting to see some other people here tonight so far. Kingston Crane on the left to Ruben. Goodman. Saris comes out, sets a pick. Goodman crashes and then kicks it back out. Kingston Crane, left-hand side jumper. He gets the roll. Wow.
Bounce.
Another Walton Funeral Service three-pointer for Kingston Crane. 25-12. Miners on top. Working around the perimeter. Now they go low. Shot up and good. Nice little flip hook shot by Zane Zorman. That's 4 for Zane. 25-14 Miners. Netherland. Crane back to Netherland, and he's going to lose the ball. Could be a bunny. It is. Nice play by Marcus Graber.
A little sloppy on the half-court press break there. Almost tried to rush it a little bit too much. They got plenty of time. Much better job there.
Jimmy K. Wright gets double teams. Got to get rid of the ball. Now what do they call here?
Timeout on the Miners.
Timeout Miners. Jimmy K. was going to get double teamed over there. Just about 1:28 remaining in the first half. It's 25-16. Miners on top. Linton Sporting Goods has been serving Linton and surrounding areas with quality sporting goods and screen printing for over 25 years. They also specialize in embroidery and team sales, located on Highway 54 West in Linton. Stop by and visit this family and locally owned shop today. If you need an Evolution golf cart, Gaither Power Sports is the place for you. Prices starting at $69.95. Come with an 8-year battery warranty and 0% financing for 36 months. Gaither Power Sports is also your Aventon e-bike dealer. Gaither Power Sports and Trailer Sales, located on State Road 54, just west in Linton, in business since 2003.
We want to say hello to Margaret Ann Simon. I'm going to read this quote in verbatim. Good evening, RMS peeps. I'm watching the basketball on YouTube. Oscar is napping, but I'll wake him up and catch him up on to speed. He's proud of the Linton Miners tonight, and the porch light is on.
That dog's never taken a nap when I stop over there.
He's not when we
RMS.
either.
I like that. RMS. I like that. Jumper on the baseline. Goodman up, no good. Rebound is pulled down. Seemed pretty clear.
Like it hit the superstructure up there above the goal.
So the Cougars will inbound. They're trailing 25-16 as we inch our way closer to halftime here, the JV game. Shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sullivan, who's checked back into the game. Netherland will bring it up. Saris, Goodman, Sullivan, Crane, and Netherland in there for the Miners. There's a pass picked off, coming the other way, trying for the bunny off the glass, no good. Hayden Sample thought he could get that one in. He couldn't sneak it in. Kingston Crane with the ball.
Looks like we're going to hold for one again here. It's about how much time we killed last time.
Saris, no holding it there.
I don't think Chris got the memo.
Ball goes out of bounds off the Miners. Yeah, no one shot there.
Either Chris didn't get the memo or I had no idea what was going on. We'll go with that.
See Coach pointing at his head like, think out there.
See if North Daviess maybe holds for one here. Looks like
yep,
that.
They're going to walk it up and take their time. Campbell Whitmer with the basketball out on top, going over to the right side to Graber. Bypasses the cutter, kicks it out on top. There's a jumper up, no good.
Good looking shot.
Miners with the rebound. So now let's see if the Miners go for one here. Reuben Goodman with it out on top. Nope, they're going to gun it up there. Try to follow it up. Sullivan missed a shot. And that will give the Cougars the last shot of the first half. One
nice strong drive.
Great drive and a two-pointer. Great drive by Graber. That's his 7th point of this first half. And boy, the Cougars came on with a little bit of a run there right before the intermission. It's 25-18. Miners on top by 7 at intermission of the junior varsity contest. This is Raider Media Sports. Got to get it in the air. Shot up. It's a three-pointer. Jackson Miller calls the big shot. Bingo! Oh, my God. We thank those Raider Media Sports sponsors who make our broadcast free to view for those at home, abroad, and who watch on the replay. Whether you're a Miner Pride sponsor, a One Sports sponsor, or simply appear as rotating banner sponsor, Raider Media Sports helps to promote you well beyond the broadcast. You appear in many live broadcasts each game night, but many rewatch after the final buzzer or horn, giving you increased exposure for years to come. You're listed on each sports web link on RaiderMediaSports.com, giving visitors the opportunity to hyperlink directly back to your business website or social media page. Game Day social media graphics list your business or name as another reference to you. And we're developing additional ways to give extra promotions to our Miner Pride sponsors even after a signed contract, all free of charge. Reminder, 30% of all sponsorships received are donated directly back to Linton-Stockton schools. The remainder is used for IHSAA fees, our Miners Broadcasting Student Club, scholarships, equipment, travel out of town, and even out-of-state games, and donated back to other causes within our community.
Getting through, they break out in the open. Can they do it?
Come on, Jesse.
At the 50. Run, Jesse, run!
Oh, yeah!
30,
Go, buddy!
20, 10, 5, touchdown! Oh, mama!
So what are you waiting for? Sponsorships start as little as $100 a season, which includes regular and postseason play. Let us help get your business, organization, and family name before thousands through dedicated social media marketing. Rader Media's Fords prides itself in hard work and professional coverage while providing night in, night out work for all things Linton-Stockton. Watching the Little Tykes playing some basketball here, and that's always kind of fun. It is halftime of the junior varsity contest. The Miners leading 25-18 over North Daviess Cougars. Going over the scoring for the North Daviess Cougars, Marcus Graber coming up with 7 points in the ball game. Gianmarco Sabiani, who played for the first quarter and then went out and didn't come back in the second, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Marcus Graber with 3, Will Boyd with 4, and Zane Zorman with 4 as well. For the Miners, with 25 points on the first half, Drake Netherland with 3 points. That's a shot from the field and one for one from the free throw line. Chris Saris with a 3-pointer, a tray. Owen Smith with a tray. Reuben Goodman with 2 shots from the field, a tray as well, and then 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 8 points. Kingston Crane also with 2 trays and a 2-pointer from the field for 25 points. Coach, I think we saw a little bit of the Miner depth. We've seen it a lot with the varsity, but we're seeing a little bit here because some of those kids that are young get the opportunity to play with the JV and then also play with the varsity, and we're seeing that here today.
Yeah, you see Jake and Ruben particularly that see some varsity action. Usually play a quarter, maybe 2 of the JV game. Ruben played quite a bit there in the first half, so it adds that 2 guys makes a ton of depth on a basketball team, and there's a deep talent pool in that group of kids. So when you add those 2 to the mix, that makes for some diversity in the scoring. And one of the big things that stuck out to me was leading scorer of the JV game or the JV team, Gage Sullivan, hasn't scored yet. And when you take that into consideration and the way North Daviess just shot the free throws tonight, this game could look completely different. If those 2 things are changed. That was a nice drive by the young man.
Heather enjoyed it. Now I noticed
it's a little different vantage point from up here.
Yeah.
I feel like we could literally just hop off the table through the hoop.
Gonna have to get a running start, but we're there.
A little bit.
I don't think I could make it. But
well,
did I miss something, or did Josh Lauer not play in that first half?
I don't recall seeing.
I don't
Josh
remember seeing
play.
it. And he normally sees a lot of time in JV and even some varsity. So that is interesting. But Ian Motter has seen time. Gage Sullivan, Kingston Crane, Reuben Goodman, Owen Smith, Chris Saris, Drake Netherland, Jake Rose. That's quite a few for a JV varsity game.
Yeah, that's deep. And Scarborough plays quite a bit too.
Right.
He's sick at school today, so he's not here. Again, you talk about depth when, 8, 9, 10 kids that can really contribute. And they all show that they can score. So,
boy, you see that depth come into play for the Miners a lot because they're able to shuffle people in and out and really not lose a step.
Fresh legs makes a huge difference in any sport, but when you talk about basketball, especially where it relies so much on running and jumping, having 10 guys that you can go to is a huge advantage.
Now, from around the area, I'm looking here. Now, obviously, we know that Max Prep sometimes is not 100%, so please keep that in mind. But it looks as though around our area, other games that will be in action and probably already are right now with JV is Bloomfield is at Eastern, Shakamak is at White River Valley. So those are 2 1A schools that I know that we always like to keep an eye on. And then when you head up to Class 2A, some other action around the state tonight. Boonville is playing Mater Dei. I'm scrolling down here to find some. Pike Central is playing at North Knox. North Knox, as you know, is a sectional opponent for us. Linton here coming up first week of March. Vincennes Lincoln is on the road at South Knox. Paoli is on the road at Springs Valley. And so we'll kind of keep an eye on a lot of this information and cut in as available. Right now, we're just going to take a quick time out to hear from another one of our Minor Pride sponsors. This is Rader Media Sports.
It starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the Grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the Grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the Grill in downtown Linton.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. I want to give props to the North Daviess High School Band under the direction of Jeff Vandermel. He too, Kevin, was one of my band instructors at Bloomfield, so he does a tremendous job here with the band, takes them on a number of field trips and competitions, etc. So they sound fabulous tonight.
Scott, of course, we got the sectional draws coming up pretty soon for the girls basketball team. That's always kind of an interesting time.
Sectionals is exciting regardless of the sport. Basketball is always a little bit different because it's Indiana. That's going to be an exciting sectional again. Between Sullivan, Linton, North Knox, South Knox, all good teams, good programs. A lot of people are certainly heavy on South Knox this year, making a run to the state championship possibly. So I'd say they're probably going to be the favorites.
South Knox looks awfully good.
They're tall, they're athletic, they're deep.
They're fluid.
Yeah,
I mean, they are smooth.
Yeah, they're just very, very.
Of course, those kids have probably played
group.
together for a while.
Well, yeah, I don't know a ton about the team, the program, the kids, but I know that they've got a very core group that plays a lot of ball together, and they've got some siblings on the team. That adds to the chemistry when you've got that much relationship, and then also the time that you spend playing together. That can make a huge difference for you, and I think the proof's in the pudding with that group.
Getting ready here for the second half.
Speaking of the sectional, the games will be played on February the 4th, which is a Tuesday, Friday the 7th, and then also the championship game will be played on Saturday. So a little different than last year, Kevin. We had 4 nights worth of coverage versus this will be only 3. This quarter is sponsored by Key Associates of Linton.
Yeah, that 6-team sectional format makes things a little bit different. You only got the 3 nights that you got to play. I'm a little jealous as a volleyball coach of the fact that basketball gets to play on Friday, but I'm a football guy too, so I get it. I can't complain too much.
The Cougars working the ball around the left side. Whitmer kicks it over in the corner. Now they get it back out on top. Underneath. Saviani is back in. His presence at 6'5" is certainly noticeable. Boyd drives to the hoop and then kicks it out. Nice little runner there by number 20, Grady Callison. That's his first 2 of the ball game.
Yeah, Saviani's drawing a lot of attention down there with his size. Miners have brought Josh Lauer in like we talked about at the half. He's got some good size to him too. So
off the glass, nice
pass.
touch there. He makes his presence felt right away.
Great pass by Mr. Smith there down to Lauer. Got a quick basket.
So working it out on top, Will Boyd. Drake Netherland will pick him up and a man for man. Nice drive, pick it out. Boyd. Graber, shot no good. Sullivan with a rebound to Netherland. Across the timeline. Lauer. Owen Smith, nice fake. In the lane, off the glass. Nope, hit the rim. And they're going to call it Cougar ball.
That was a good drive by Owen. Just couldn't quite finish with the left.
It hit the bottom of the rim. We're so close. You could actually see how the ball hits the rim. It hit just underneath the rim.
Yeah, anytime you go in with your offhand, it's always a little bit trickier, but it was a good drive nonetheless.
27-20, Miners with the lead. 42, I do not have a 42 on either roster.
I think that's going to be Cole Boyd, number 40 from the varsity roster.
All right. Working on the right-hand side along the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds. Miners by 7. Just underway in the second half. On the road at the home of the Cougars, North Daviess. Linton Miners squaring up tonight. They go inside to Boyd. They're going to call a foul there on Lauer, I believe.
Yeah, just a little out of position. North Daviess kind of changed their strategy here with Sabiani and Boyd, both big guys in there, kind of going a high-low post, kind of creating some switches in the defense.
Sullivan has Sabiani. Shot around the left side. Nice three-pointer by Graber. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. Trey, that's his second of the game. He has 10 now in the contest. Lauer, left-hand side, up, no good. Boyd with a rebound.
I think 22 is actually Grady Callison. I think we might have been wrong there.
Up off the glass, no good. Oh, you don't think it's Graber?
He's got 22 JV.
Well, see, they got a 22 there. Oh, and a 22 JV there. Yep. Oh, my gosh.
There we go. I didn't catch that earlier.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
That's the hard thing when you're running off rosters that you're not familiar with and not familiar with the kids there.
Well, when you have two 22s.
Yeah. Sharing kids, JV varsity rosters.
Shot up, free throw, no good. Rebound Boyd, strong rebound off the glass, and he makes it count. Cole Boyd gets his first 2 of the night, and boy, it's a 1-point ball game, Coach.
Yep, it totally changed the dynamic of the game here.
Kingston Crane, shot no good. Owen Smith with the rebound. Shot up no good there by the Miners, by Sullivan. He's going to get another shot at it. This time he makes it count, and that's a tray. For
nice
Gage Sullivan.
Yep.
That's his first score of the ball game, a Walton Funeral Service score. I say that because that's unusual. He usually.
I think I was talking to Coach Ring the other day. I think he said Gage is averaging about 18 points a game. So
they feed it up underneath. Shot up no good. Collison with the follow. So coming up. Get it in. Nice pass. Nice break to the hoop. And a great feed from Sullivan to Lauer. And Lauer kisses it off the glass for his 4th point.
Yeah, Gage has shown that he can shoot that mid-range jumper or from the 3. North Daviess had to honor that, go play defense against him. Lauer had a nice cut.
Nice drive. Will Boyd. 4-6 for Will. He drew the contact, hoping to get the foul as well. He did not, but he still made the shot count. Netherland across the timeline, wants to kick it in the middle, no go. Lauer can't get to the ball. Goes out of bounds.
It came off Josh's hands there. He tried to collect it as he went to the floor. Going to get a timeout out of Linton Miners here.
We got a comment here from Corey and Vanderkolk.
Oh, boy.
Watching from home on IHSAA, having a girls' night out without Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mom was making dinner tonight, so I'm sure
Corey.
they ate well.
We're going to take a really quick timeout. We'll be with you in just a moment. This is Rader Media Sports.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our miners.
Linton Miner cheerleaders right in front of us take the court. The Grill is a Linton tradition lasting over 100 years, and the same family for the last 40. Open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You can dine in or carry out of this eatery located in the heart of downtown Linton. Do we have to, I think we do have to say thank you to the missus for letting you go free tonight to come spend the night with us and call some basketball.
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. She won tonight by getting me out of the house, so.
Heather, why are you smirking? Cougars to inbound the basketball.
It's nice to have hobbies.
Will Boyd coming up with the ball.
Lucky for you, you and I, our hobby is this, so this is great.
Working a ball over on the left side now. Now back over to the right to Boyd. I think they want to go to Callison. They do. There's the tray on the way, and that's why they wanted to go to him. Grady Callison gets the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. And they have their first lead of the ball game, 33-32.
That was a big adjustment at the half. Late second quarter, they've
flipping the ball around. Owen Smith gets the ball knocked down. Miners will come up with it. Got a man open. Can't get it over to Kingston Crane. Drake Netherland eyes it, but will not pull the trigger.
I could certainly be wrong, but I think they played pretty much exclusively man defense in the first half. They've gone to a zone here. I can't tell what kind.
Netherland gets the ball tipped away and then tries to jump it up, and they think they're going to call nope.
Yeah, they called a foul on Drake there.
Called a foul on Drake. Just about a minute and a half left, roughly, in this third quarter play. Working it over on the left side, Will Boyd. Back out on top to Callison. Now underneath to Boyd. His shot up no good. Rebound is pulled down by Lauer, and I think they're going to call.
Yeah, they got 42 Boyd for the push in the back.
Now there are two Boyds on the floor, and that's why if you hear the name a lot, you're hearing
Cole Boyd on the foul.
Will and Cole Boyd. (33-32). Cougars on top. Miners have kind of had it their way all game here until this third quarter.
Want to say hello to Kathy and Wayne Elliott watching from home.
Motter drives, kicks it out. Kingston Crane, baseline, yes. A tray from Kingston Crane, and that a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, his third of the night. 11 points for Kingston Crane.
I think North Daviess is playing a 1-2-2 zone, which Miner fans are very familiar with from the girls playing it for the last several years.
Here's a kiss off the glass by Boyd. Cole Boyd with his second basket of the night. He has 4. 35-35. Miners with just seconds to go in the third, waiting to play for the last shot of the third quarter.
Cougars switch back to a man for the last shot situation here.
Sullivan, I apologize, backs off.
Coach is calling for go after 12 seconds on the clock.
And we are there. Netherland
Got a little tangled up there. This is probably not going to be what we drew up.
Oh, it tries to pass to Sullivan. It's intercepted. Coming the other way. 2-1 underneath the hoop. And it's going to count for Cole Boyd, his 6th point of the night. And they have their largest lead of the game at the end of 3 at 37-35. The Cougars of North Daviess leading the Miners. This is Rader Media Sports.
At Violet & Company, we love assisting each of you in all of life's special moments. We are a locally owned floral shop at 69 North Main Street in downtown Linton. Contact us at 812-847-3208 to purchase your arrangement for any special occasion or stop in for that perfect gift. Stay in touch with us on Facebook under Violet & Company for upcoming events and to see our latest creations. We encourage you to live life in full bloom.
(37-35) Miners. And you know, Coach Scott Vanderkolk, we were talking earlier about the fact that there was a good crowd on hand. There's a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it's picked up a little bit here in the last, 15-20 minutes.
Both sides.
Yep.
And the band is here. Hope you can hear them. They're kicking it up over there.
It's nothing better than a good pep band.
I agree.
For those of you that are writing our Facebook page, the best way to view tonight's ball game is on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network or YouTube. And for those that are writing, you'll get an automated response with both of those links. This 4th quarter is sponsored by Key Associates of Linton, your key to the very best.
Miners inbound from the side. They are trailing by 2, 37-35 as we head into the 4th and final stanza. No look pass underneath to Sullivan. He kicks it back out. Kingston Crane, another tray on the way. This time it's no good. Saris with a rebound. Netherland back to Saris.
North Daviess is back in that 1-2-2 zone there.
Motter. I thought that was a foul. Nothing was called there. Going the other way.
We had a really good angle at it, though.
North Daviess with the chance to go ahead here by even a larger margin. Trey on the way, and it's good.
A little bit of confusion there on what the defense was.
Was that number 10?
I believe so.
Graber?
Could be totally incorrect, though.
Walton Funeral Service, 3-pointer for Graber. 40-35. Oh, a nice save, but to avoid the over and back, we're coming the other way. Graber kicks it out. Shot in and out, no good by Will Boyd. Netherland coming the other way. Miners trailing by 5, their largest deficit of the ball game. Motter, right hand side, up no good. Rebounds picked up by Whitmer, and he's off and running. Nice drive to the cup. Ball's knocked away.
I think that's going to be on Motter.
Yep, got a foul, and number 22, Callison, is stepping up to the line.
I thought it was on the ground, too, which is what Coach Ring's arguing here with the referee.
Getting ready, Callison. Free throw is up and good. Grady, 2, 4, 5, 8 points for Grady Callison. Let's see, we got some wholesale substitutions coming in. Saris and Motter went out. Lowers came back in. Is Owen Smith the other?
Smith, yeah.
Second free throw is up and good again. Grady hits both of his free throws. They've really improved that margin here in this second half. Miners bringing it up. While we're playing here, John Mullen, the athletic director, there's a tray on the way, up no good. Has joined us here, the athletic director here at North Daviess. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys covering this this clash tonight here between Linton and North Daviess. You guys do such a great job.
Well, it's a great rivalry between these two teams with what's such a rich basketball history for both teams, really. Going to the line now is number 11, Will Boyd. Will is 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Your JV, they've done a good job. They battled back here and taken the lead here in the second half.
It was really an ugly first quarter.
Boy, those free throws were killing them.
Yep. So, to see the Cougars finally make some shots, they've caught up and went ahead. But I certainly wouldn't count Linton out. And over the past few years, Cougar fans remember, I think 3 years in a row now, the JV Linton Miners have beaten the Cougars at the buzzer.
What a shot by Will Boyd for 2. Did he make one of those free throws? Anybody notice that? I missed it.
Yes, he did.
I thought maybe he did.
He made the first. There was a bucket scored by 33.
Okay, and I'm way behind here. Yep. Gage Sullivan with 5.
And broke the press there a little bit.
Tell us a little bit about your team here. I know about your JV and your varsity coming in at 8 and 5.
Yep, so a little bit about North Daviess. First of all, a couple years ago we graduated 7 seniors. Last year we graduated 4 seniors. So essentially we're a brand new outfit. We returned 1 senior, Wyatt Bishop, and he'll start. And then we just got a bunch of young kids. And what I mean by young is that we've got junior, sophomores, and a freshman point guard, but we graduated 11 seniors in the past 2 years, so we kind of started over.
Well, 8 and 5 is a pretty good mark for starting over.
We'll certainly take it. The glowing 10 and 1 though is pretty impressive for Linton this year.
Well, the Miners are having a very good year, and that goes without saying. They have depth this year that they've never had, I think, in my time here.
And you guys are mainly juniors.
Yes. Although you'll see some freshmen. They've got some very talented freshmen that are playing a lot this year.
No doubt.
And so
the Cougars are essentially, they're going to start a senior and then they're going to start a freshman point guard, which is nice because you feel like you're going to have him for the next 3 years.
Yes.
And then it's kind of like Coach Dalrymple is just trying to figure out combinations with his sophomores and juniors.
You know what I like, and Scott and I have been talking about it a little bit, Coach Scott Vanderkolk standing to my right, is you have a good crowd here on hand already, and this is JV. It's a good crowd.
Yeah, it's not a bad crowd. Of course, you guys saw the buggies outside.
We did.
Some folks have asked, what will the crowd be like? Well, tomorrow night is when everybody shows up in this neighborhood. So, but not a bad crowd.
And what do they call that?
So it's called the Buggy Bowl.
And tell me about that.
Well, it has everything to do with the Amish and Mennonite heritage. And both schools, have an Amish population. And, of course, the buggies are the only means of transportation for the true Amish folks. And, of course, a lot of these kiddos go to school through 8th grade, and then the Amish actually leave school after 8th grade. Some of the Mennonite kids drop out, some stay. But you've got the Grabers and the Nepps and the Stalls and the Swartz and Troopers and the Wagglers on both sides, first cousins. And so the game itself the title's become a big deal, but, it's always a competitive game too. So
Buggy Bowl, I like that.
It's a tradition.
There's a nice steal. Off the glass, no good. Rebound going the other way.
So
Boyd.
It's kind of become a tradition, and so it'll be a big crowd here tomorrow night for sure.
What else does the school have? I know there's more than athletics. Oh, wait, we have a timeout. Let's take this break. We'll talk to John a little bit more when we come back. 3:16 to play here in the fourth quarter. 45-37. North Daviess leading the Linton Miners JV. This is Rader Media Sports.
Is your family protected? Contact me, Alicia Cornelius, your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, to discuss your home, auto, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call to speak with me, Alicia Cornelius, one agent for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back. You got the band revved up, crowd ready to go for the final 3 minutes and 16 seconds of the junior varsity. I know there's so much more about school than just athletics, and we always like to talk about that. What else is going on in the school, John?
I appreciate you asking. My job is athletics, but also transportation, by the way. So, it starts with school buses, getting kids here. So,
Boy, the weather's not been conducive for that.
It's not. And our superintendent and the administrators in the area, in the county, the 2-county area, you got to put your heads together and make sure it's the hardest call to make, right? A lot of 2-hour delays. We had missed a lot of school, but
the side roads are always the worst.
Right. We're back in school and back on a regular routine, and that's what the kids need. But around here, athletics is a big deal, just like it is at Linton. But academics are a priority. certainly clubs and activity. Everything that you get in a school experience, you get at North Daviess. But, it's one of them things where you're not talking about a city necessarily like Linton. You're talking about a community that consolidated back in 68, 69 in Plainville, Elnor, and Odin. So you've got 3 towns that come together out here in the middle of nowhere. So it's just one of them things where everybody kind of wraps their arms around the school because that's what's kind of brought everybody together.
Right. I think my pen just blew up.
I've got you one if you need one.
No, I've got an extra here somewhere. I don't know what in the world happened there. I get that. Don't get anything on you, Scott. Be careful. There's a shot up off the glass. By the way, Lauer a little bit ago that's Boyd with that putback. Lauer having Boyd getting that 2 points. Lauer getting a Walton Funeral Service 3-pointer. Well, we always appreciate the hospitality when we're able to come here. There's a shot up and no good, foul. And we appreciate you letting us in.
Yeah, you guys are welcome, and I hope you found our hospitality room. If you didn't, it's on the north side of the gymnasium. So
Scott, I found it. The soup is fantastic.
Scott saw the soup, and I thought, man, I got to get some of that.
Yeah, help yourself to food and drink. But again, thanks for covering JV as well as varsity.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Yeah,
thanks,
thank
John.
Thank you.
John Mullen, the athletic director, and there's the first free throw and up and good by Gage Sullivan. Gage will get another one. Were you able to fix my pen?
Oh yeah.
There, that second one's no good. Miners trying to fight back here. They trail by 6 with just under 2 minutes to play.
We got a comment on our Facebook page from Melody Thewis asking, why are we stuck behind the basket? And we will
I guess we could have asked the AD that,
well,
John.
we could have, but this is where they always place media. I think it's to be able to accommodate the fans, and I guess I would rather be.
It's like a media row here, really.
We're here along with radio and I guess I would say that I would rather be here than being right in the center, right behind the scorer's bench, which is really not conducive for our requirements through the IHSAA because we are not supposed to show huddles. That's against IHSAA regulations because obviously there's coaching that's going on. So what makes it nice is for those of you that obviously cannot see us at home, but both Kevin and Scott are standing up. They're able to stretch. They're able to get a little bit different of a viewpoint, which makes it really nice. And I think sometimes, Kevin, you appreciate being able to stand up.
I really do. And look, I would never be critical of Linton, but where we are, when you stand up, you're literally leaning kind of against the wall, half sitting, half.
It's a tough spot.
It's challenging.
And
it's a tough spot.
It's a tough.
You're limited on the restrictions of the building.
Nice steal.
Great defense.
Sullivan
Good
off
take,
the glass. Gage Sullivan trying to battle back here. 8 for Sullivan.
Gets it down to a 2-possession game. One more stop really makes this interesting.
Nice feed. Jumper on the baseline. Nice trade. Great shot by number 22, Grady Collison, who we may have cheated out of some points there, but the Cougars have really battled back here in the second half. There's a steal. Ball on the floor, picked up. Callison, and now Boyd bringing the ball up. Under a minute to play, 50-43. Nice feed, nice block. Oh, my, that looked clean by Sullivan, but they whistled a foul. Boy, up here you do have a better perspective.
Everybody's angle is different. I like this angle. I like the baseline angle. Looked pretty clean. Gage was pretty excited about it, understandably, sometimes
free throw, no good.
Sometimes I feel like officials make calls based on kind of the body language of what's going on. Gage was aggressive with that block. Looked like a volleyball player out there. I love to see it. But you kind of make a guess that that's going to end up being a foul a lot of times.
Second free throw, in and out, no good. Miners down by 7. Got to hit some threes. Owen Smith wanted to take it.
Might have got a
bad bounce pass.
There, yeah.
Coming the other way, Sullivan picks up the foul as he tried to knock the ball away from number 20, Campbell Whitmer.
Yeah, Miners got to take care of the ball. Can't have another empty possession. Probably going to see a pretty quick foul here. send North Daviess to the line.
Bringing the ball up.
Yep,
There's the foul.
Not the kid you want to foul, probably, unfortunately, for Linton.
Everybody will be going to the line. Miners really don't have any opportunity to stop the clock.
Looks like we got 2 timeouts left, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be it. That free throw up and no good.
7 points.
Callison will get another one.
Manageable. 8's still manageable. You're still talking 3 possessions there.
That's good as gold.
Yep.
Callison hits that one.
Gonna have a timeout here.
Give these kids credit from the Cougars. They have really battled back. It's 51-43. Cougars lead it by 8 with 37 seconds to play in this junior varsity basketball game. Fish Monuments, located at 289 A Street Northeast in Linton. They'll meet with you to design your special cemetery monument. Whether you're pre-planning or have recently experienced the death of a loved one, contact Fish Monuments in Linton or reach them by phone at 930-236-3002. Best of luck to the Linton Miners this season. Bender Lumber proudly supports area students, athletes. From building supplies to expert help with projects, Bender Lumber has you covered. Everyone at Bender Lumber in Linton is rooting for the Miners. At Indiana Farm Bureau, we're not just good at insurance, we're good at your insurance. Talk to your local agent, Jathan Wright. He's here for you, whether you want to talk in person, get started online, or you can call him at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. The snow and cold are plentiful this year. We all know that. Watch out for the ice. Make sure your vehicle's protected now. Call Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance to melt your worries away. 37 ticks remaining in this JV game. 51-43. The Cougars by 8. Inbound the ball. Netherlands. Across the timeline. Whatever they're going to do, they have to do it in a hurry. Little runner. Up and good by Sullivan.
Good quick bucket. Great pressure
now full
on the
court
inbound.
Pressure to get the ball in. They're just waiting for a foul there. It's kind of interesting. Will Boyd just pivoted and waited.
Yeah, coach was yelling foul. You know.
It's one of those Mr. Obvious things. Hey, Mr. Obvious.
And I think we did a nice job of applying pressure, and then once that ball got trapped, getting the foul on. But I think a few more seconds ticked off the clock than what Coach Ring would have liked to have seen there.
Will Boyd stepping to the line for a pair. I have him 2, 4, 6. This will be his 7th try from the line. He's 3 of 6. Now 3 of 7. He'll get another one. He's done a good job quarterbacking his club, though, today. Second free throw in the air. That's good. 52-45. Cougars need to get it in the air, and they do. Lauer with a jumper. No good. He thought he was fouled. Nothing called, but they call a foul here. And so now going to the line will be number 10, Marcus Graber.
Didn't have great spacing there. Defense collapsed really quick on Josh on that shot. They'd like to get a cleaner look there. Unfortunately, with the amount of time that was left there, we couldn't get another pass in and get a good look.
7-point lead for the Cougars. It'll stay at 7. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws. He's 1 of 5 from the line. Here's his 6th attempt. That one's good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen to the crowd. That's going to do it. 53-45. The North Daviess Cougars will win the junior varsity contest. It started out, looked like it was going to be all Miners, but the Cougars owned the second half. The Miners owned the first. So that sets the stage for the varsity contest to come. And when we come back, we'll start with the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. This is Rader Media Sports. At Jordan & Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan & Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
The first year of Rader Media Sports proved to be an unmitigated success. Over 130 school events.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, where we are currently in the Jordan & Vaught Insurance pregame show. Call Ross and his staff at Jordan & Vaught Insurance for all of your home, auto, or life needs. He'll make sure you are covered by calling 812-384-3535 today. We'd also like to give props to our three-point shot sponsor, Walton Funeral Service. Call in Linton when you need help with pre-planning or need professional and compassionate service that leaves kind memories since 1915. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. And here come the North Daviess Cougars. We should also mention tonight's quarter sponsor is Key Associates of Linton, serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Key Associates of Linton has helped generations of clients buy and sell homes. So whether you're looking to buy your dream home, next investment, or sell your home to enter into the next chapter of your life, Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks of Linton are there for you every step of the way. They are your key to the very best. Scoreboard sponsor tonight is Michelle Stenger of Stenger Homes. She says that, did you know over 30% of homes sell during winter months? So don't wait. Give her a call at 812-219-2307 today. And coming up in just a little bit, your starting lineup sponsored by Klusner Construction of Linton. Whether you're looking for a remodel or new construction, you know it'll be done right the first time, every single time you choose Tony Klusner and Bart Wade of Linton today. Also, stay tuned to the E2 Custom Creations postgame show, as we will be hosting Coach Matt Britton of the Linton-Stockton Miners. Kevin, it feels good to be able to stand up for the school songs.
It does feel good to stand up. I love having that option. As you know, when we do football, a lot of the time I'm standing. And so it's just kind of a habit of mine. I get kind of a nervous Nelly, kind of pace around a little bit and able to call the game that way. So certainly prefer that. Now it's Cougars coming in with an 8-5 record, and Coach Scott Vanderkolk joining us. You heard earlier the AD from North Daviess tell us that they've kind of, sounds like he thought it was kind of a rebuilding year, but boy, 8-5 is pretty good for rebuilding.
Yeah, I was looking through their schedule a little bit. It's not like they're losing to bad teams, Washington and a couple of other schools, but Coach Dowell's done a nice job of building the program, like we talked earlier, and but as was brought up, they've graduated 11 players the last 2 years off those really talented state finals teams and regional champion teams, and those are big shoes to fill, especially when you talk about that class of 7. that really guided them to the state finals. Just a lot of good, talented athletes that bought into the system and kind of set the foundation for future teams. And they should certainly be proud of that.
The first thing I noticed when we pulled in were the buggies out front. Buggy Bowl. I kind of like the sound. That sounds like it'd be quite an event.
Yeah, it's. I'd like to come to that game sometime. And, North Daviess AD there was talking about the environment. They expected everybody to, the gym to be full tomorrow. There's nothing better than watching a high school sport at a full gym. Crowds get into it. The kids love it. See a couple student sections going at it. Everybody's sweating because it's so hot in here, regardless of what the temperature is outside.
High school rivalries, nothing better than a good high school rivalry.
So much fun.
Last week with Bloomfield coming to Linton, we really saw that atmosphere in person, standing room only. And I know that, this coming week, the Lady Miners will have their 2 last home games before, obviously, the sectional begins in February. The Lady Miners will play on the road tomorrow at Bloomington South, and that's an 11 a.m. JV tip. And then the high school boys will be at Owen Valley tomorrow night for a 6 o'clock JV tip. And then on Tuesday, the Sullivan Arrows come to Linton for a varsity-only matchup on Tuesday, and then White River Valley comes on Thursday for a varsity-only matchup, and that is senior night. And I know that we would not – we're not the only ones that want to see as many people in the gym to send off Bella Franklin, Addison McKee, and Olivia McKee on Thursday for senior night. But Sullivan usually brings a good crowd. Kevin, we're fortunate what we do, being able to bring this to people who can't get out, people who live out of state, people who might be watching us actually in the stands and listening to the broadcast and maybe at other games, but we always want to encourage as many people to be in the stands supporting these athletes as we can.
It's kind of hard to believe because as long as we've been here, those girls have been playing.
Right.
And it's been fun, really fun to watch them. They're a joy to watch. They have, I think, a record overall over the last 3 or 4 years speaks for itself. And you're right. We'd like to have a good crowd on there to send those girls on their way, put a good cap on their career for the Linton Miners. You can hear the crowd. They're pretty revved up. A band always has a way of doing that. Miners coming in at 10-1, and they have a real kind of, a mark on their back. You come in at 10-1, people want to knock you off, Coach.
Yeah, everybody loves being the spoiler, especially when, top seat in the conference is currently in Linton's hands. Clay City'd like to do something about that here in a couple of weeks, but North Daviess would love to ruin that for Linton. But yeah, 10-1. It's a great start to the season.
And it's a SWIAC game tonight.
Yeah, it's a conference game. Just going to make for a really good game tonight. The stage is certainly set.
It is. We're still about 13 minutes away from the start of this varsity contest. People still filing in.
We should mention, too, that we know tonight is the middle school winter dance. I'm just seeing some pictures here. We're seeing a picture here of our own broadcasting student, Leah McKee, all dressed up in red, ready to head to the winter dance. So we want to wish all of you a great evening out. Luckily, the weather has cooperated because I know this was supposed to be a little bit earlier in January. So we want to say, share your pictures with us on our Facebook page. We actually have something programmed to start in the morning for that. Tomorrow's a little challenging, Kevin, because there's 2 ball games. And 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, the boys and the girls fell at the exact same time on the exact same night away, so we went to Vincennes Rivet to cover the girls. So tomorrow night we will be heading to Owen Valley to cover the boys. Bloomington South has been kind of one to say that they have their own stream team and not let us in. So We're going to follow the boys tomorrow night against Owen Valley, and then 2 games next week for the girls, Tuesday and Thursday, and then we'll be traveling to Eastern Green on Friday to the Eastern Thunderbirds for another SWIAC matchup before we return home on February the 1st to host the North Knox Warriors. So next week for us is a 4-night broadcast week, and then the following week, buckle up. As like I say,
Buttercup.
Tuesday is sectional coverage down at North Knox. Now keep in mind, no one is guaranteed until you apply and are accepted, but we're hopeful that we'll be able to broadcast those 2 games on Tuesday. Thursday we'll be back at home as the boys host Cascade. Friday we hope to travel back down to North Knox for 2 more sectional games, and then on Saturday White River Valley travels to Linton for the boys matchup. That is a SWIAC match. We're going to cover that in the afternoon. Then we're going to literally take our car from WRV and drive right down to North Knox to cover the championship game. So it's going to be a great week. I'm excited.
What a hobby we've picked. Does that sound like a hobby to you, Scott?
If you love it, does it work?
No,
well,
it's not.
Right?
You know,
you're right.
You know,
You're right.
I've always said, I mean, many people that know what I do is I've taken photos for 21 years, and one of my mottos has always been, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And even though I still do that and take pictures on the side, I am blessed that not only do you, Kevin, you and I come to games together, but we talk about this pretty much all day long.
Well, you know, I have
and
to.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, I have to tip my hat to you today, Heather, because we've had computer difficulties, had to order a new computer. It just got in today. And, folks, I can't tell you, but Heather was, like, right up until the time we left to pick Scott up to come to the game, she was busy talking to folks to try to make sure everything was squared away. And because of that, we're on the air tonight. So, Heather, I don't know how you do it. You keep pulling rabbits out of your hat, but you found another one.
Most of you don't know exactly what he's talking about, but Tuesday during our broadcast, as soon as I opened the lid of the computer to start the Park Heritage game, I had little lines all down my computer screen, all the way across my computer screen. Computer's only about 12 to 15 months old. And when you call to start your warranty process and so forth, and they tell you, bring it up to Carmel and we'll look at it, but it's going to be shipped away for a little bit. And that is if we can fix it. So there I am Tuesday evening without a work computer. So...
And folks, we have to have a work computer to do these games.
Yeah, because they're Macs, so they're not.
We're sitting there wondering what in the world are we going to do? Anyway,
so it's not something you can go to Walmart and buy, and I don't go to Best Buy. So we had all the best plans for Thursday for me to go one way to complete a project in Terre Haute, and you to head to Indianapolis. And your little trip to Indy didn't go very well because
the roads were horrible.
It was an ice
rink.
All
ice.
So there we are ordering it. It shipped. It got here today, 10:30 maybe-ish.
Yeah.
And took me every minute from 10:30 until literally we were walking out the door.
2:45, yeah.
And then there was some technical difficulties because it's too new of a computer to handle the software to run
it's always something.
Ball games.
Always something.
So, yeah, it's been fun the last few days, but we're excited to be here. As I've told you many times this week, it's a cost of doing business. You just gotta do it. Now we have a backup, and we're very excited to be able. What I didn't like to hear today was, well, it might not be back to you for 6 to 7 weeks. We've got ball games in 6 to 7 weeks, and we're committed to our sponsors. We're committed to our teams.
We would have been calling it on a cell phone, I think.
That'd have been impressive.
Well, we could have done it. We could have done it, but we're just very excited to be able to be here. Let me catch you up on a few comments that we have received here on our Facebook page. We always like to remind you that if you are watching, comment on our YouTube or comment on the photo that I put on Facebook. Martha Butler and Hadley are watching from home and says, go Miners. Becky Shreve says she's watching on the IHSAA network. Larry and Rita Goodman-Smith watching from home. Dean Leszewski is watching and says, go Miners, beat the Cougars. Karen Camden says, let's go Linton Miners. And Kenneth Clements is once again watching from Plainfield on YouTube and says, go Miners. So, Kevin, why don't we take a very quick couple of minutes here to take a quick timeout to listen to a couple of our sponsors. This is Rader Media Sports.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, the opportunity is better than ever. Take advantage of the falling interest rates. Real estate provides the highest returns, the greatest values, and the least risk. The best investment opportunity will not fit into a safe deposit box, but you can live in it. Go with the tradition of trust. When you are ready to buy or sell, call me, Michelle Stanger at Stanger Homes at 812-219-2307 and start packing.
Still about 6 minutes to go before we get started with this varsity contest. As we said, North Daviess coming in at 8-5, Miners coming in at 10-1. Both teams now are in the locker room. The Miners heading that way right now.
I want to say hello to Carlos Arney, who's watching from Linton. Thank you for carrying the game so we could watch it, as we couldn't make it out tonight. So I want to say hello to you in Odin. You know, John Mullen mentioned earlier that a lot of the people that reside here in Odin and Elnora obviously are very close with those that live in Bar Reeve as well. So I know that this is going to be a great matchup for tomorrow night. School song for the North Daviess Cougars, and we'll stand for that.
You know, one thing I noticed downstairs, and I kind of like this, along the wall, you know, oftentimes you see pictures of athletes, but down here on the hallway was the Academic Hall of Fame. And I thought that was a pretty cool touch.
I must say I love this gym. I'm with you, Scott.
It's a nice gym. Good basic design, but the space is
kind of timeless. They're able to take care of it. Looks great.
You got equal seating on both sides of the gym, I think. It's got to be, surely.
The only thing is maybe having the press over here on one end, but I can see why they do it, because there is an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to block the view of the upper deck spectators either.
Right.
Like, I get that.
I'm just going to give you
the corner wouldn't be terrible.
I'm going to give you a little vantage point. The cheerleaders are standing on top of the shoulders of others, and I can give
them a high five from
I
here.
can almost give them high fives.
Get exciting.
Well, we can certainly see, as Scott points out, when they come to this hoop and they're shooting right there, I mean, we see everything up on this side of the floor. Not so much on the other side, but
I was watching in warm-ups. I was surprised how much that goal is moving when it gets hit repeatedly by a ball during warm-ups. You know, you got 6 balls out there shooting at the same time, and that thing just starts shaking, and it really doesn't stop.
So also want to say hello to Kim Zorman, who says, basketball games every night this week, so listening as I get groceries, so the family has food when I get home. We know how that is. You just got to pick them up when you can. Says, go Cougars. Thank you for covering tonight's broadcast. I know that if this is the Kim that I think I know, the Zormans, we should mention, Delaney Zorman is a senior here at North Daviess, and she is committed to playing basketball at IU Columbus. Had her senior night this week. So
great basketball player. Fun to watch.
So we want to say hello to everyone watching. Linton has a pretty good representation on one side, and as does North Daviess. And I like, too, that they're across from us, as you can see. They have the senior banners that are hung up for the sports for winter, but there's also additional seating up there as well. So, and you can see the SWIAC teams listed. Clay City, Bloomfield, Eastern, Linton, North Daviess, North Central, Shakamak and WRV, and I know that out of those, Bloomfield and Eastern are playing tonight, so SWAC matchup. Linton and North Daviess are playing, so SWAC matchup. And Shakamak and WRV. So right there are 3 SWAC conference games.
May I ask, and Scott, maybe you'll know this. Heather, you might too, though. What are these lower ones here just above the door? Elnora Owls, Epsom Salts, Odin Bulldogs, Plainville Midgets, and the
those in the Ragglesville Rockets.
Ragglesville Rockets.
Those
now, what are those?
Those are the township schools or small city schools that consolidated into North Daviess in, I believe, 1968, if I read the sign downstairs correctly.
I like the Epsom Salts.
That's great.
Yeah,
that is a good one. That is a good one.
I love seeing those old heritage signs, if you will. I know Shakamak's got them. I've seen a couple other schools.
WRV has them.
It's neat to see the lineage of the schools and honor that the history of that. Those now defunct schools that really set the standard for what we got now with all the consolidations. So.
Well, it is nice that they're not forgotten and that their banners are hanging, not banners, their signs are hanging here.
I know that
in this gymnasium.
I know that White River Valley, when they consolidated Worthington Ramblers, L&M Braves, and then the Central Tigers, I believe. I was a Worthington Rambler till 7th grade when we moved to Bloomfield, became a Bloomfield Cardinal. So I'm always going to be a WJ Rambler at heart. So.
A Rambler.
Ramble on.
Well,
I won't sing.
I think of the old cars, Ramblers.
Yeah.
I don't know who made those, but I remember the Ramblers.
Well, there's a rumble seat on the back of the old Model Ts, not a ramble seat.
Now, that's even before me.
I only know that because my father-in-law told me. He's a big car guy.
We're getting all lined up here for our national anthem. The flag is down, and let's listen in. Great job by the Cougar Band with a Star-Spangled Banner.
It's the Ramblin' Rose for W.J. Worthington Jefferson High School, courtesy of my father.
Jackson Miller is the first introduction, averaging 7 points a ball game. Connor Daly coming off a great ball game. He's averaging 13 and also 6 rebounds, but he can easily score in the 20s. Cooper Smith, senior, averaging 4 points a ball game, brings down 3 rebounds and some real leadership qualities. Paul Oliver, 18 points a ball game, 6 rebounds for the junior, the 6'4" junior. And Hayden Feltner, the senior. 3 points a game, averages 3 rebounds a game, and again, leadership qualities that you just cannot measure.
He does a ton
just
of
by
small
stats.
Things that you don't take stats on, and just does a great job in that role.
Now North Daviess next. Their fans rise to their feet. We'll tell you a little bit about each starter as they introduce them. Can't see his number. Is that number 10? Ken Cohenstall, freshman, 5'7", averages 8 points a ball game. Now I'm trying to see the numbers. Number 21, Wyatt Bishop, senior, 5'11", point guard. Number 23, Aaron Marner, 6' junior, averages 10 points a ball game. And I believe this is Colin Loniger, junior, 6'2", averaging 7 rebounds a contest. And then Keaton Graber, 6' junior, averaging 4 points a contest. That's the starting 5 for North Daviess. It'll be interesting to see depth, how far they can go in the roster for the Cougars, because you know the Miners can go a good 1, 2, 3. They can play a good at least 3, 4 deep off that roster.
Yeah, it looks like
Loniger will be jumping it up against Paul Oliver.
Looks like North Daviess has 2 guys kind of set up by the coaches, ready to sub in. Miners got 3, so should see a 7 and 8-man rotation tonight.
Cooper Smith to Jackson Miller in the Miners.
It's like a 1-3-1 out of the Cougars to start the game.
Direct in traffic. Connor Daly with the ball to the left wing. Gives it back to Jackson Miller. Wide open. Doesn't take the shot. Goes to Daly. Looks at Cooper Smith. Thinks better of it. Going to the left side to Oliver. Out on top to Jackson Miller. They're feeling their way against this. Like Scott said, it's either a 1-2-2 or a 1. There's that underneath to Connor Daly, blocked from behind, and the Cougars have the ball. Great job there. I believe that was Bishop with the tip, with the deflection on the shot. Going to 23, Marner with the ball on the top of the key, backs off. Miners open up and a man for man, all the way to the rack. No good. Daly with a rebound.
Good pressure by Paul Oliver on the ball, contesting the shot.
Coming the other way, Jackson Miller with the ball to the baseline. Spins out of it, goes to Connor Daly on the wing. Oliver out on top. Into Cooper Smith. He has his selection. Where to go with the ball, yeah.
Be a chess match tonight. Coach Britton, Coach Dalrymple, both been around for a long time. Smart guys, know the game really well.
Cooper Smith, Oliver. Jackson Miller starts it out with a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. By the way, this first quarter brought to you by Miners and a full court press there by Key Associates of Linton. 3-0 Miners just underway. Foul call.
A little 1-2-1-1 press out of the Miners, or diamond one. I don't know what they really call it, but good to see a little pressure early on.
They've got it trapped there and tipped away by Oliver. Great move there by Paul.
Played that thing like a center fielder, just cut
it off. He really did. Coming the other way. Marner brings the ball up.
Miners in a 1-3-1 now.
Waiting to pick up at a half-court press. They get it inside, kick it right back out. Cross court. Marner in the corner. Loniger. Miners defense very aggressive to start out here. Again, work it over on the left side to Stoll. Hook pass, almost stolen by Oliver. That gives one man free. This time Paul does tip it. He kicks it back in. Good recovery, but it's going to end up in a basket for Loniger. Colin Loniger gets his first 2 of the game. As I said, he is averaging 7 rebounds a game and 14 points a night. So Loniger's a man to keep an eye on tonight. It's 3-2 Miners. Just underway. Oliver in the middle. Turnaround. Jumper. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound Loniger.
I think he's a little surprised how open he was in the middle of the lane there when he turned around.
Marner wants to go right to the cup. Kicks it out. Jackson Miller anticipates it and picks it off. Behind his back, he gets trapped by 2 Cougars. And now they back off. Nope, the jumper in the air. Good. Nice play and shot by Aaron Marner.
A little mid-range jumper, kind of a lost art for him.
Go
ahead.
4 points, I'm sorry, for the home team. They're ahead 4-3. Miners started out 3-0, but now they had back-to-back baskets by the Cougars. They've switched now back to that zone, Scott. You pointed out, kind of back and forth. Nope, now they're out of it.
They're in a 2-3 matchup, I think is what it is.
Oh, Cooper Smith gets pushed, and it's right in front of the referee. Graber is going to get the foul. Cooper active in the middle.
Looks like we're going to get
Lint.
Cody Lowhider in for the Cougars and Tucker Lint coming in for the Miners.
Yep. Inbound the ball to Daly. Hook pass to Jackson Miller. He's going to go back to Connor Daly, top of the key.
Good work.
A Walton Funeral Service tray for Connor Daly. He's averaging 13. Full court pressure. Bring it up across the timeline. Stoll goes on the left side to Marner. Back to, nope, that's not Stoll. Back to Lowhider. Now inside to Daly. He picks off the pass. He gets kind of pushed. Nothing called there. Daly to Oliver. Nice feed on the baseline. Cooper Smith draws the foul, and the end one.
Great patience there by Cooper Smith. Got the shot fake up. Got two guys in the air. Finished
and what a feed by Oliver. Driving to the hoop.
Great pass. He draw a lot of attention with that drive.
And that's going to be a timeout. 3:52 to play in quarter number one. The Miners have an 8-4 advantage, and they're at the line when we return. This is Rader Media Sports. Linton Sporting Goods has an over 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. They feature Wilson, Demarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, Mizuno, and much more. Get ready for any sports season by shopping at Linton Sporting Goods on Highway 54, where the winners shop. Team Ortho is Greene County's only orthopedic clinic featuring board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Hammerstein. Team Ortho has a lead athletic trainer, Jed Arsenault, works with Linton-Stockton student-athletes to minimize the risk of injury. Call Team Ortho, 847-3381. Greene County General Hospital, our family caring for yours. Missed free throw, but the follow by Daly will make up for it.
Great effort there by Connor. Got the quick putback, missed it, recovered. Got his own rebound, put back up, gets 2 points there.
Ooh. Cougars working out on top with the ball is Marner. Paul Oliver is on him right now.
Marner and Oliver collided heads, on accident. You can tell Marner was a little more shook up by it.
They try to kick it out now on the right baseline to Marner. He goes out on the wing. Oliver on him. Now they go out on top to Graber. Left-hand side, ball directly out of bounds. Paul Oliver distracted him on that pass, I think.
That's a lot. Paul takes up a ton of space. You know, he's 6'4", he's got long arms.
And moves like a cat.
Twitchy. He's a mismatch nightmare in high school basketball. And it was apparent on that play that they were struggling with that size.
Reuben Goodman and also Jake Rose getting ready to check in. Daly shot on top of the key. Rebound is pulled down by Lint. He's double teamed and hops on the ball. Were they going to call a foul or I'm not sure what the call is here.
I think they called Tucker out of bounds. I think his foot was on the line when he made solid contact with the ball. Back to the 1-2-1-1 press out of Linton. Keep putting pressure. Maybe try to generate a little bit more of a gap going into the second quarter here.
Coming the other way. Pressure. Get the ball down. Man open. He'll not take the shot. Lowhider kicks it out on top to Loniger. Shot no good. He gets his own rebound. Kicks it over in the wing to Bishop. Now out on top. Shot on the way by Marner, and that's going to count. A Walton Funeral Service tray for Aaron Marner. 2:20 to go here. Right now in the game, in the first quarter, 10-7. Miners still on top, but Oliver has the ball tipped away. Shot is up and no good by Rose. Cougars with a rebound and a chance to tie it up. Drive into the hoop is Bishop. He is sandwiched between two Miners, Jake Rose and also Lint. I'm not sure they're going to call it on Rose.
I thought they were going to get Tucker, getting him on the body, coming from the help side.
Wyatt Bishop will go to the line. Be the first free throw of the contest for North Daviess. The junior varsity, they had some trouble from the line. Oh, that one should have fallen. It hit about every inch of the rim except in the middle.
Looked real good from my angle. I'm standing here looking through the square on the backboard. Can't get a much better angle of a free throw shot than this.
Bishop will get another one. That's no good as well.
Maybe that's why they're missing free throws down here. They're looking at my ugly mug through the glass there.
No. Goodman with the rebound. Oliver. Daly. Reuben Goodman. Daly. Back to Connor. Sees Lint. Kicks it back. Paul Oliver.
Yeah, I was surprised looking at stats earlier.
Up underneath, shot, no good. I almost think at that point Lint knew he wasn't going to make that shot.
That was a tough feed. Double coverage there. Back to the rim. I think we got lucky to get a foul call there instead of a travel or just a turnover.
It was almost a Hail Mary. Free throw, no good. Jackson Miller coming back in. Connor Daly checking out. The Miners again showing that depth early here. Second free throw by Lint is good. His first point of the ball game.
Yeah, you get caught up in individual stuff, individual points. Well, you got 8 guys, and you can run them. These guys are thoroughbreds too. They're athletes. They can get out and go. They can jump. They're strong in the paint.
Feltner is back in the game along with Jackson Miller.
Get them out there. Let them get 100%. Give them a rest. Get them back in.
Ooh, looked like maybe there was an extra step there. Nice shot. Great move to the hoop by Cohen Stoll. His first 2 of the ball game. He averages 8. 11-9. Miners on top. We're just seconds now remaining in this first quarter. There's a nice feed and shot off the glass by Reuben Goodman.
Good strong take out of Reuben. Used his body to position well. Strong with both hands. Put the ball off the glass.
For a freshman, he really is.
He's a big kid.
Lowider out on top. Loniger now over on the right side. Now they try to go inside. Ball's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Loniger. Miners probably playing for 1 here. Jackson Miller with the ball. Right side. Reuben Goodman back to Miller. Dribbles around, gives it to Paul Oliver. Just seconds now remaining. 5, 4, 3. Oh, they're going to say, is he out of bounds? Or have they called a foul?
Called 21 with the blocking foul. I was confused by the hand signals there,
yeah,
too.
Wyatt Bishop will get the foul. It's not a shooting foul. 4 seconds left.
Could see an alley-oop attempt here to Paul, probably. Nope.
He's got it. Baseline jumper in the air, off the iron, no good, and the follow will not be any good. Full court follow by the Cougars, and that leaves it at 13-9 at the end of 1. The Miners leading the Cougars of North Daviess by 4. This is Rader Media Sports. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076. Looking to sell your home? Century 21 Sheets agent Corey Motter specializes in getting top dollar for his clients. With a proven track record and personalized marketing strategies, Corey strives to make selling easy and stress-free. Get the results you deserve and close it with Corey. Marsh Madness Sandhill Crane Festival, brought to you by the Friends of Goose Pond in partnership with the Goose Pond Fish and Wildlife Area. Kickoff Friday, February 14th, all day Saturday, February 15th, 2025 at Humphreys Park and Goose Pond Visitors Center. Visit www.friendsofgoosepond.org for more information. So we're getting ready to inbound the basketball. Cougars with the ball, trailing by 4. Miners pick them up with a full court pressure. Jake Rose out on top. Cross court pass picked off by Feltner. All the way coast to coast.
Great job by Feltner there. Calls a quick timeout out of Coach Dalrymple. Also going to be a 30-second. Not too happy about his defense there. Or offense, rather. Sorry.
15-9. Miners, 7:43 to play in the second quarter. This is Raider Media Sports. Rick Krine's Auto Detailing is the place to take your car, truck, or off-road vehicle for complete auto detailing and cleaning, and a ceramic coat that'll make it shine. Call Rick at 812-201-9551.
I'll make it shine like it's mine.
I have to say, Kevin, as weird of an angle as this is, it's tested my zoom and my
I bet it has.
It's testing my camera abilities.
Her left hand's on the camera, her right hand's on the computer, folks. It is not an easy job. Cougars with the ball out on top.
If that goal was not in the way, it wouldn't be that bad of a vantage point.
But they wouldn't have anything to shoot at.
I know, that's the point.
Stoll with the ball out on top. Jackson Miller is on him. He tries to move to his left, runs right into Miller, who moves right with him. Great defense. Out on top, Lowhider. Gets it to Marner. Lowhider. Jake Rose was on him. Now they free up a man finally. Lowrider takes the shot. No good. It was in and out. It was about as close to being good as you could get.
Great look by North Daviess. A lot of patience.
Got their man open. Now they go back to that zone. Nice move by Feltner. Won't fall. Gets his own rebound. The follow-up. No good, but he's fouled. Hayden Feltner taking the initiative tonight.
He's kind of an old soul, you know. He likes that mid-range jumper.
He does the dirty work up underneath there, doesn't he? He does a lot of the dirty work.
He made a great play and stole that ball and went down, put the layup in earlier.
First free throw's no good.
Good hustle play, smart kid.
He's averaging 3 points a ball game. He makes this. He's already hit his average tonight. And that is, by the way, no, that was not the first free throw. Second free throw's up and good as gold. 3 points for Hayden Feltner. 16-9, Miners by 7.
Miners back into the 1-3-1 half-court trap.
They throw the ball deep and they overthrow Colin Loniger, who was kind of cutting to the hoop. Great play, but he had to throw a little high to get it over the defense.
Yeah, that 1-3-1, you know, the low corners and the backdoor cuts are a big part of the offense to score against that defense. But when you're trying to throw it over top of a 6'4" kid with a giant wingspan like Paul, it's going to cause a lot of errant passes like that.
When's the last time you've had to look this far into a game to see if Paul Oliver has scored? He has not. Connor Daly. Back to Paul. Underneath all alone, Feltner. Paul has racking up the assists, I'll say that tonight.
Maybe he just wants to go for a career night in assists. Another good cut by Feltner there, just getting himself in the right spot. Paul playing quarterback, finding a wide open.
It's a good way to put it because he hit the receiver cutting to the hoop. There's a nice feed. Man wide open. Shot up and good. It'll be the old traditional and one for Keaton Graber.
Good shot fake out of Graber. Got Miller up in the air. kind of frustrated Cooper on the follow-up.
Paul Oliver and Aaron Marner kind of kidding with one another. They're both smiling here at the free throw.
Probably still talking about hitting heads earlier.
Graber's free throw. Up and rims around, no good. Oliver with the rebound. Paul off and running. Gets it to the basketball quarterback, Jackson Miller. Connor Daly back to Miller on the left side. Goes around a screen by Tucker Lent, who's checked back in. Oliver wants to spin and take it. No, he will not. Kicks it back out to Daly. Connor, left side, Paul Oliver. Trey was open, but he's being picky. Now underneath Cooper Smith. Now out on top, Connor Daly. Shot up, no good. Rebound coming the other way. Marner with the ball. Daly picks him up in half court. Graber. Wanted to go backdoor to Loniger. Couldn't. Out on top, Loniger. Cooper Smith picks him up on the right wing. Marner. Graber. Stoll. Needs some help. He finds a man out on top. Being very deliberate. Every possession for these guys is crucial, you can tell. Loniger with the ball. Wants to challenge Lent. Goes in, will not get the basket, but he will get the foul. Boy, some real bodying up there when they were going to the rack.
Yeah, Tucker just got a little off balance, got his body into over top of his feet, and put a little too much extra pressure on Loniger. North Daviess is known for patience and just taking good, clean, open shots or driving to the basket. And I think Loniger did a nice job there of doing that.
That's his third point of the night. Again, he averages 14. Graber has gone out, and let's see who has come in. Cole Boyd. He averages 5. We saw him in the junior varsity contest.
Huge difference in that JV game.
Second free throw by Loniger, good. He has 4. 18-13. You know, the Miners are playing well. It seems like they have a real advantage, but you look at the scoreboard, it's only a 5-point game.
Yeah, North Daviess is doing a nice job minimizing possessions for Linton.
Inside to Oliver, still looking for his first basket. Turnaround jumper, no good. Followed by Daly, no good. And we're off and running the other way toward us. Stahl with the ball on the left-hand side. Marner, jumper on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Stoll. He tries to take it back up, loses control of the ball. Now we got a guy on the floor, and what's the call?
Going to be a foul on Paul over there. Just everybody's hustling after the ball. Got tangled up with 11 there, net. Or 12, sorry, that was Lowhider.
Lowhider inbounding the ball. It's tipped there. I'd say it's off Daly. Thought it had a chance maybe to be off Marner, but no. Getting ready to inbound from the side. Looking for some movement somewhere. Gets it with Loniger. Back to Lowhider. And they call a jump ball, Miner basketball. Connor Daly with the tie-up.
Yeah, nice job on the trap there. Connor recognized it was a good opportunity to tie him up. Get the possession out of the tie-up.
Miners still by 5. 18-13. So far, they have been able to keep Paul Oliver quiet. How long will that be able to continue? But in fairness, Paul is not forcing anything.
No, he's being patient. He's probably got 3 assists too, I think.
Oh, there he gets his pocket picked. Great play. Stoll's going to take it the distance. Off the glass. Good. Cohen Stoll averages 8. He picked Paul Oliver's pocket and took it coast to coast. Oh, Dalrymple is really stomping. He's not happy.
He's thrilled right now. He is an excited guy.
18-15. Miners trail by 3. Tucker Lent kicks it out to Oliver. Now to Cooper Smith. He will not take the 3. Oliver on the right. Wants to go inside. Lent, turnaround jumper. Yes.
Great pass. Great look.
Again, Paul Oliver with the assist. 3 points for Lent. 20-15. Nice movement to the cup by Stoll, kicking it out on top now. Again, as Coach Vanderkolk said, very deliberate offensively. Marner with the ball out on the left. Now passes it off to Lowhider. Loniger, Cooper Smith is on him. Loniger looking for somebody to break, will not find it. Turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound Connor Daly, but Tucker Lint was right there had he not pulled it down. Jackson Miller crosses the timeline. Lint back to Oliver. Paul will take the tray. No good. Long. Loniger with the rebound. They're coming the other way. Aaron Marner with the ball. Walks it up. Being very deliberate. Be curious to see here how if they want to ice this and try to take the last shot. Lowhider with it out on top. Now they get it to Stoll.
Yeah, getting a last shot here wouldn't be shocking out of Coach Dalrymple.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought it was a steal. But what are they going to call?
They're going to call foul there on 23, I think. Yeah.
Is it foul on Aaron Marner? So the Miners will get the ball back. Cooper Smith has just come out, and Jake Rose has checked in probably for his three-point shooting at the last minute here with 1:20 remaining. There's a timeout on the floor. It's 20-15 Miners over the Cougars from North Daviess. If you need an excavation job, then you need to call Hall's Excavating. They do site, utilities, septics, and land clearing. They even have a drain camera and cleaning. Is that right? Even off.
They do site work, utilities, septics, and land clearing.
No, the next one. They even
offer drain camera.
Offer drain camera and clearing. Call Hall's Excavating at Linton at 812-699-0200. Call Brock Anderson Construction for home repair and building needs. Over 25 years experience in the construction field. He strives to have you come home to quality. Call Brock at 812-798-5583. And he says, go Miners.
Hall's Excavating does site work, utilities, septics, and land clearing. They offer drain, camera, and clearing as well. Call Hall's Excavating in Linton at 812-699-0200.
Thank you. Daly on the right-hand side. They kind of got him boxed in. He frees himself. Kicks it to Paul Oliver. Oliver to the rack. There he gets his first 2 points of the ball game with just about a minute remaining in the first half. 22-15, Miners by 7. North Daviess. Lowhider.
I think now we're going to see a one-shot situation here out of North Daviess. I thought that last time, though, so we'll see.
Jake Rose is picking him up.
Nope. Dow's calling him out.
Stoll. Jackson Miller is on him. Nice movement with the ball, but he didn't get anywhere. Marner with it. Connor Daly is on him. I know we've got a clock on the screen. You can watch the time as it ticks away here. Marner with it out on top. Now they go on the right side to Lowhider. Now back to Marner. It's going to be up to him. No, kicks it off at the last minute. They're not going to get it up in time. They do. No, great shot by Cole Boyd. And didn't he do the same thing in the junior varsity contest at the last second?
Yeah.
I think he did.
Coach Brent's not too happy. He took about 3 steps before he dribbled there out of the corner. I agree with him big time.
22-17 is our score at the intermission. The Miners leading the Cougars by 5. This is Rader Media Sports.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
My name's Garrett McBride. My favorite memory is the bus rides on the way to games. I've been playing since second grade.
My name is Nathan Feltner. I've been playing since second grade. My favorite basketball memory would be our state run 2 years ago.
My name is Tucker Lynn, and I've been playing since second grade. And I'm just really excited for a deep postseason run because I think we have a lot of hope and we see a lot of bright future for this team.
Welcome to halftime here on the Stanger Home scoreboard. 22-17, Miners leading the Cougars from North Daviess. Checking the scoring for North Daviess, had 9 points at the end of the first quarter, 17 at intermission, so 8 points in all in the second quarter in this defensive struggle. Wyatt Bishop failed to score. Aaron Marner has a tray from the field and a two-pointer for 5. Colin Loniger has 4 points, including 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Keaton Graber, 1 basket from the field, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Cohen Stoll, 4 points from the field, and also Cole Boyd, 2 points coming right at the buzzer for 17 points for the North Daviess Cougars. For the Linton Miners, they had 13 at the end of the first quarter, 22 at the intermission, which means they only scored 9. So basically, it was like a 9-8 quarter, Coach.
Yeah, it went fast, too.
Real defensive struggle so far. Cooper Smith has 2 points here in this first half. I guess I haven't totaled these up. How about Jackson Miller coming away with 3, Paul Oliver with 2. Hayden Feltner has really carried the mail here. He has 5, including 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 5 for Connor Daly. Jake Rose failed to score in the first half. Tucker Lint with 3, including 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and Ruben Goodman with 1 shot from the field for 2 points for 22 points. Coach, is 22-17, and it's just you get the feeling it's going to be the same way in the second half.
Yeah,
real defensive struggle.
I expect similar in the second half. You got balanced scoring out of both teams. I'd say the big story here is going to be Paul Oliver, just with 2 at the half.
You've got to figure North Daviess has to be happy with where they are right now with Paul Oliver with 2 points.
I'd say Coach Dalrymple's probably talking about the steal and easy bucket that Feltner got. Just kind of a lazy pass, didn't make the right choice on offense out of his guard there. So North Daviess cleans up a couple of those minor mistakes like that. You're talking about a tie game or potentially North Daviess up by a couple. Obviously, I feel like Coach Britton's probably talking about asserting their size and letting their athleticism show in there. There's a distinct size advantage. When we've got Paul and Tucker and Hayden and Connor out there, you got 4 guys that are 6'3", 6'4". They can all move. And Jackson Miller's no slouch at the point guard spot. He might be a little smaller than everybody else out there, but he's got to be one of the best defensive point guards in the area. He can shoot the ball too. We got 7 guys? 7 guys that scored in the first half.
Well, 8 played, but
8 played, 7 scored. Just a lot of balance so far. I'm sure we'll come out, run a couple of sets designed for particular players, try to get good, clean, open shots. For either whether it's Paul driving or a set play underneath for him, or Connor or Jackson taking a three. You can tell they've tried to get Tucker involved offensively.
But
Paul
Coach,
fed him a few passes there, and he worked really well down there.
Outside of the one breakaway by Hayden Feltner, the Miners have really not been able to get out and run. North Daviess has done a good job of shutting that down.
Yeah,
it's been half-court ball.
That deliberate offense. North Daviess is mixing up their defense too, so it's kind of slowing Linton down as far as getting out and running. They're trying to figure out what defense they're in. I would expect to see more of those matchup zones and the 1-3-1 trying to keep us out of the paint, because that's where I feel like if we take control of the paint, now you got to honor those inside guys, which we out. Linton's a lot bigger, and once you crash too many guys into the paint to play defense, now we start kicking it out to one of several three-point shooters that we've got on the floor at all times.
It is 22-17 at the intermission here. Miners leading by 5. This is Rader Media Sports.
We use our sportsmen for everything around our property, like plowing snow all winter. We can't wait to put it to work.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and in scrolling through some Facebook feeds and checking out our YouTube, I'm seeing lots of middle school Miner pictures from tonight's middle school dance. So as we mentioned, watch our post a little bit later tonight and in the morning on how you can share your pictures with us. Our Miner Broadcasting Club students right now are hosting a apparel fundraiser, and that link is actually on our Facebook page, and you can go in and you can select the team member that you would like the credit of the sale to go to. They're in a competition right now, and all of them have to try to see how many that they're going to sell, and then they can win a prize. We do know that Mommy and Me dance tickets are dwindling in numbers, so if you want to participate in that for February the 1st, you need to buy those tickets now. And as mentioned, we'll go ahead and throw this here up on the screen. We've got a very busy couple of weeks coming up for live stream coverage. Starting tomorrow after this game, we follow the Miners to Owen Valley. Tuesday and Thursday, we're back home as the high school girls round out their regular season. Friday, January 31st, we head to Eastern Green for JV and varsity matchup action for the boys. Saturday, we return home February the 1st for high school boys versus North Knox, and I'm told that is a mental health fair by the Bring Change to Mind Club, so watch for information on that. Then after February 1st, it starts sectional week. Obviously, I don't have those listed here because we are not officially approved, so we really can't say that we're going to do the sectional until the IHSAA sends us an application we completed and we are approved. But we look forward to being able to hopefully cover that sectional as well. I am keeping eyes on other scores in the area, and most of them, the varsity, have just started, so Kevin, I'll kind of keep in, break in here once we see some of those schools. Lots of SWIAC action tonight from around not only our county, but kind of across the board as well. I am seeing that Paoli is leading Springs Valley 14-5.
Miners huddled up. Cougars just coming out of the locker room. They took advantage of every second of that halftime.
Don't know that I've ever seen a basketball team not get out to get a couple shots up.
Yeah, they didn't.
At the end of halftime, so
they apparently had a lot to discuss in there.
Hello to Dave Zorman watching in the stands tonight. I'm surprised he hasn't come up tonight to say hello to us.
I don't know what to say, Heather.
Well, they called him out. Maybe he will now.
Well.
Looks like we've got the starters for both teams back on the floor. For the start of the third quarter, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. If you're just joining us, 22-17, Miners with a 5-point edge, but the Cougars have the ball. Lowrider with the ball out on top. Loniger on the left side. Now they go inside. Shot up by Graber. Boy, he positions himself well and uses his body to get the shot.
That was impressive footwork. He's about 4 inches shorter than Feltner and just found a way to get a bucket up there off the glass.
He has 4 points now. Graber. Connor Daly with the ball. The Miners with a 3-point lead.
North Daviess has settled into a 3-2 zone now. First time we've seen this, I think.
Jackson Miller, Paul Oliver. Connor Daly, Cooper Smith. Short jumper falls.
Cooper likes that mid-range jumper too, so that was a good look there.
4 in the game for Cooper Smith. Court length pass. Oh, an easy bunny for Kobe. Lowrider. His first 2.
Not sure what happened there. A little miscommunication.
24-21. Oliver with the ball. Inside, Cooper Smith. Back to Paul Oliver. Inside. Off the glass. Great shot by Hayden Feltner. He has 7. Nice feed again from Paul Oliver. He might break double figures in assists tonight, Coach.
I don't know that he's ever had a 10 assist night, but tonight could be it.
Lowrider on the left to Graber. Feltner will pick him up. Oh, right through the arms of Kobe Lowrider. He had it. He just looked away at what he was going to do next.
Yeah, that's just.
And it went right through his arms.
Tough thing. You're trying to be efficient with getting on to making the pass or the drive. Just took his eyes off of it and got a little crossed up, and it went right through his hands.
Cooper Smith. Feltner back to Cooper. Wide open from the 3. Won't take it. Back into Feltner. Feltner feeling it. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound. Pulled out of there by Loniger. Aaron Marner with the ball now. Connor Daly picks him up. He's got a step on Daly, but whips it back outside. Loniger. Paul Oliver is on him. Now to Graber. Feltner picks him up. 26-21 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Miners with a 5-point advantage. Trying to press it on defense. Loniger, great drive. Shot with the left hand. No good. Rebound out of there by Feltner. Jackson Miller with the ball across the timeline. Looking for an open lane. Instead, he calls his own number, and he gets the tray. A Walton Funeral Service 3-pointer, 6 points for Jackson Miller.
Great job just positioning of Connor Daly down in the corner. A little quick pass fake.
Over and back. And Coach Dalrymple is not happy about that. He's making an argument, but it's not going to fly.
Like the official saying he wasn't established in the backcourt. Several in the crowd don't agree either.
Jackson Miller brings the ball up. An opportunity for the Miners to go up by 10 or more. Daly with it. Loniger picks him up inside to Feltner. Oh, he was open. He wouldn't take it. Cooper Smith will take the tray. Up, no good. Loniger with the rebound.
That was a good look out of Cooper. I think that's about the second one I've ever seen him shoot.
Stoll. He's going to take it right to the cup. No good. He'll get the foul on Miller. He'll go to the line. He's a 5'7" freshman showing a lot of moxie, going right to the cup.
I've been impressed with him tonight. Definitely got to give him credit. He's composed. He's not afraid to dribble drive into the trees down there.
Boy, it's got to be a good feeling for a coach to know you've got this kid for 3 more years.
Anytime you got a freshman that can come in and immediately make an impact like that, a lot of and like I said, the confidence. He doesn't look like he's a freshman. I would never guess that based on the way he plays.
29-22 in the Stanger home scoreboard. Miners still lead. Second free throw, no good. Cooper Smith with the rebound to Jackson Miller. We're in the third quarter. Brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. Jackson Miller floating around at the top of the key to Paul Oliver. Feltner wants it, will not get it. Cross court, Cooper Smith wide open. They're going to give him that shot.
He thought about it.
Go back to Cooper. Connor Daly is wide open. They don't want to give him that. Feltner with a rebound. He'll go right to the cup, off the glass, and Feltner is feeling it tonight. 9 for Hayden Feltner. He's averaging 3.
Good, strong presence there on the rebound through 2 guys. Stayed composed, put the ball on the ground, and came up with 2 points.
Loniger, Marner. Left side. Now they go underneath. Loniger can't do anything with it. They sag on him. Kicks it back out. Nice feed from Graber to Loniger and an easy hoop. 6 for Loniger. He's averaging 14. So nobody is really tearing it up tonight with their average, Coach.
No, just it's showing you that balance out of both teams, too. Those cross-court passes really shifted the zone.
Cooper.
Yeah. You can give Cooper a 3, but you can't give him an 18-footer. That's a high percentage shot for him.
It's interesting. Cooper Smith and Feltner are really leading the way tonight, Coach. Not necessarily in scoring, although Feltner is.
Yeah, Feltner with 9 and Cooper with 6.
Graber can't control it. They try to throw it in off the Miners and do. It'll stay with the Cougars. I mean, Cooper Smith has 4, as you said, and Feltner has 7. Oh, 6. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Cooper has 6. He averages 4. Time ticking away here in this third quarter. Graber gets the ball, gets it out on top to Stoll. Stoll working. Get it over the left wing to Marner. Dribbling with the left hand, kicks it out to Graber. He wants to go to the cup, thinks better of it. Lint is now in there. That may have caused a little caution. Oliver anticipates. Almost got the steal, but he had to save it from going out of bounds. Drive by Marner, goes to Graber. Again, as I say, Lint picks him up. Now a move by Stoll, feeds it back outside. Good defense. Marner can't get the shot up. Stoll can't either. Kicks it out to Graber. Now they go to the top of the key. Shot up, no good by Will Boyd, who's now in the ballgame.
That was a whole lot of patience out of North Daviess offense there. Miners defense had to really work for that one.
Cooper back to Oliver. Checking everybody. Daly with a nice sweet toss
a nice
off the hoop.
Nice use of Tucker Lint was positioned down there to try to get the feed, and Connor used Tucker and his man and kind of as a pick for the guy that was guarding Connor. Did a really nice job there, just good body position.
7 points for Connor. He's averaging 13. He goes for the steal here, makes the steal, but they're going to call a foul on Daly. It was a great play. Actually, I thought it looked clean, but from my Bob Euchre seat up here in the stands.
Bob Euchre was good at his job.
Want to say hello to Sue and Jim Bedwell, saying that they're watching from home.
What a loss it is for the sports world, the loss of Bob Euchre, and he'll always be one of the magic voices of broadcasting to me. He's just wonderful to listen to. Brewers will miss him, as we all will.
Baseball.
Yeah. Stoll with the ball out on top. Feeds it over in the left corner. Shot up off the glass, or wanted to go off the glass by Will Boyd. But, the follow. Who followed that? I missed that.
That was the freshman there, Stoll.
7 for Cohen Stoll. 35-26. We're down to seconds remaining in this third quarter. See if the Miners are patient or if they're just going to go for the open man. Oliver likes what he sees, goes to the cup, draws the foul. Marner, I think, will get the foul. He and Oliver have been talking a lot, and and not in a bad way.
No.
Not John.
I noticed earlier I saw Marner and Miller talking a little bit. I think they all know each other.
Right.
Small communities. They all play travel ball. They all play multiple sports.
Goodman. Now, Reuben Goodman now in the game. Gets it to Jackson Miller. Reuben fakes on a pass to Jake Rose, who's checked in. Lent. Miners made a lot of substitutions here. Reuben Goodman. Oliver wants the ball. You can just tell.
He's got a size advantage there.
He wanted it. They didn't get it to him.
He's a whole head and neck above that kid guarding him.
He's being guarded by Wyatt Bishop, 5'11". Oliver, 6'4", and maybe then some. Jackson Miller tied up. Throws it up. As the clock expires, nothing called. I think they might have been hoping for a foul there. He got caught up in a double team. And so at the end of 3, it's 35-26. Miners with a 9-point lead. Team Ortho, foot and ankle, is home to board-certified ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter, who has more than 35 years' experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more info, call Team Ortho at 847-3381, Greene County General Hospital. Our family, caring for yours. Crane Credit Union supports area schools and wants to encourage every student to do their very best with youth and teen accounts. Students can earn $4 for every A on their semester report cards. For more information, visit your local branch or find out more at cranecu.org. Let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you when you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or give him a call at 812-798-2615. Heather, I'll let you talk about that a little bit. You had a guest up here.
So Dave Zorman and Delaney came up to say hello, as they always do whenever we're here at North Daviess. She's on track to hit 1,000 points this week.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Cool. And her brother and his son Zane Zorman played in the JV.
We saw him play tonight. So I think we're down to Save-A-Lot there, Heather. The next break. Let's see. I want to write this score down. 35-26. So 9 points in that third quarter for the Cougars. 13 in that quarter for the Miners. The Miners finally asserted themselves a little bit in that third quarter.
It still feels close, though.
It does.
The pressure on defense on both ends of the floor.
Oliver is clubbed from behind. I think
they got 32 there. Loniger on the hold.
See, number 20, Grady Callison, really kind of ran into the back of Oliver as well. Nice screen there. Paul Oliver gets the ball. This is the fourth and final quarter, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. The Stanger home scoreboard, 35-26. Miners by 9, and they have the ball. Goodman, Daly, Connor. Nice feed inside to Tucker Land. He misses the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Again, nice feed to Tucker Land. He has 3 in this contest.
It looked like North Daviess was a little out of sorts on defense. The 5'8" Will Boyd was matched up with Paul Oliver. And I think they were working on getting him in isolation down low. But it worked out really well to get Tucker the ball there.
Tucker 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Right now, Cole Boyd goes out. Keaton Graber has come back in. Second free throw for Lent. No good, off the back iron, and it's pulled down by Stoll. 36-26 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Miners by 10. We are in the fourth and final quarter. Nice move by Marner to the cup. Ball goes out of bounds. An offensive foul called. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Will Boyd. I apologize. That's Will Boyd with the offensive foul.
A good pressure there out of Reuben Goodman on defense. He did get beat a little bit there, but Tucker Lent backed him up, drew the charge. Miners get an extra possession there.
Goodman. Daly. Jackson Miller. Lent. Back out on top to Oliver. It's nice when your 6'4" pivot man can also set up the offense. Nice shot. Turnaround jumper by Tucker Lent.
That is a dangerous tool.
6 points now for Tucker Lind. I don't know what Coach Dalrymple's upset about now, but there's something he's not happy with.
Miner's got a timeout after the shot. I think Dalrymple was saying they had the ball inbounded already at that point.
38-26 is our score on the Stanger home scoreboard.
Proud to be your hometown grocer. Save a Lot encourages you to switch to their brands and save. This week features 10 for 10 Chef Boyardee pasta and many other favorites 10 for 10. So remember to shop the Dot to save a lot.
Heather, I'm not sure if I read that one or not, so I'm going to read it. Let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or give them a call, 812-798-2615. Linton Sporting Goods, your local one-stop equipment shop for all things sports, locally owned and operated in the family for over 40 years. They'll make sure you're ready to start the season or upgrade throughout the season. Find them on Facebook today. Give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, she knows that finding the right insurance can be a challenge. Call 812-847-4798.
Want to say hello to Rick and Linda Crines watching from home.
Something of note, just scrolling through Twitter here, checking some scores. End of 3, Eastern Green up 28-27 on Bloomfield.
Wow. Boy, when they lost that game the other night, I was totally shocked. I thought they were going to win that. Yeah. Thought they were going to, although Clay City is an excellent basketball team. There's a beautiful tray shot by Colin Loniger, a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. He has 9. He's averaging 14. It makes it 38-29 on the Stanger Homes scoreboard. Oliver smelling 2 points, and he gets it and slaps his hands together. It's like finally 4 points for Oliver. You could feel the fire in him there, Coach.
He's excited. Well, I love the energy and enthusiasm, especially he's not played his typical game and.
Ball tipped away. It was behind the referee. I don't know if he saw who tipped what, but it's going to stay with the Cougars. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It is. Stoll to inbound. Marner. Loniger. Out on top to Will Boyd. Now to Cole Boyd. Now out again to Will Boyd. Boyds and Boyds. Shot up, no good. He looked like he just kind of threw that up.
Yeah, caught it on the floor. Kind of looked like a bit of an attempt at a Euro step, which I'm traditional. I think it's a travel, but I'm wrong, so that's okay.
Ruben Goodman checking out.
Ruben got a little out of position there.
Cooper
went ahead and took the foul instead.
Cooper Smith back in. So it's Cooper, Tucker Lind, Connor Daly. There's a runner up, no good. Oh, it goes right through the arms of Connor Daly. They'll get another try at it, no good. And this time the ball goes out of bounds, and it should be minor ball. Is it going to be? No. Cougars.
If that wasn't at the other end of the court, I would have said we had a good angle at it. But
yeah. Feltner coming in. Tucker Lind checking out. 40-29 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Just a shade under 5 minutes to play now in the ball game. Nice feed to Loniger. Shot up, no good. Paul Oliver tried to draw the charge. It did not happen. Connor Daly bringing the ball up.
I think Paul got a little floppy for the officials' liking on that one.
Feeds it to Feltner. Back to Paul. Paul directing traffic at the top. Goes to Connor Daly on the right wing. Back to Paul. Jackson Miller.
Got a mismatch down low. Connor Daly calling for the ball.
All man for man there. Daly wants it. Now he's being fronted. Not be able to. That opportunity has gone away.
Yeah, Loniger's helping with the help side there. We cleared him out.
Feltner goes on top to Daly. Now back to Oliver.
Coach is calling
just a
for
shade
an
under
ISO
4
here.
minutes now in the game. Oliver, great move. They try to come over and double team to cut him off, but not in time. 6 for Paul Oliver. He's averaging 18. But it's 42-29, more importantly. The Miners with a 13-point edge. Shot up off the glass, and it will fall. What a great move by Cohen Stoll. 2, 4, 8, 9 points for the freshman. It's 42-31 on the Stanger Homes scoreboard. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local expert. Corey Motter knows Greene County inside and out with years of experience and a passion for helping you find the perfect property. Close it with Corey and make your real estate dreams a reality. The Grill open 7 days a week with a large menu featuring daily specials. Dine in or carry out your favorites for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in downtown Linton, this family-owned business has something for everyone. And is your family protected? Contact Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting her family. She says, let me protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia, one agent for all of your insurance needs.
Checking around the area for some scores, and lots of games are not being reported just as yet. Scott, I'm going to keep you looking for that Bloomfield game.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I've got Jim Gordillo on the Twitter. He hasn't updated anything in 10 minutes.
Heather, you ought to talk a little bit about what our shirts that are kids are selling.
As mentioned earlier in the broadcast tonight,
okay.
we have some. Our minor broadcasting students are selling some Linton Minor and Linton Minor 812 shirts to kind of draw some awareness to our minor broadcasting club. And what's cool about them is they're all Linton Miners on the front. And so if you're a minor fan, you can have Home of the Miners on the front of your shirt, which is one of Bubba's big slogans. So by purchasing a shirt and designating which.
Cooper, reverse layup, no good. Feltner pulls it down, tries to go back up, and he's fouled.
So just keep an eye on our Facebook page.
There's some great.
Oh, they're awesome. I want one of every
What do you
one
call
of
them? They're not models. I mean, what do you call it? They're great examples, I guess. Designs. There we go.
Lauren
great
at Linton
designs.
Sporting Goods took care of us and got some really cool designs, and you can order it right online, and one of the minor broadcasting students will deliver your order to you.
Just over 3 minutes to play in the ball game. 42-31, Miners by 11. Jackson Miller. Let's see now that he should be shooting now. This should be the 5th team foul.
5.
So he'll be stepping to the line. Miners so far with just one foul in this 4th and final quarter. 42-31 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Jackson Miller steps to the line. So far tonight, 6 points for him. 2 trays in each half. He's gunning for his 7th. Oh, I thought he'd get the shooter's roll, but he did not. Falls away. Graber goes out, and I'm not sure if it's Marner or Will Boyd that's checked in, but they're both in the ball game now. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Will Boyd. Will across the timeline. Cooper Smith will pick him up. Nice move, goes to the cup, but he doesn't take it. He feeds off instead, and Loniger buries the tray. His second three-pointer of the night, his second Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. He has 12 now in the ball game. He's averaging 14. So he's getting right close to his average. Ball tipped out of bounds. Miners will inbound.
Say hello to Suette Walton, who's watching from home.
All right, now Graber checking back in, and checking out is Kobe Loheider. Feltner is called for traveling.
He's a little excited. He saw that developing. He knew he was going to have that look.
Wanted to go to the cup.
Got a little happy-footed.
He has 9 in the ball game. Cohen Stoll, the freshman. Another nice move to the cup. Off the glass. Good. 2, 4, 6, 11 points for Cohen Stoll. Daly. Feltner. Jackson Miller. Well, I don't think I've seen a coach as active as Coach Dalrymple.
No, I'd like to put I've said for years I'd like to put a pedometer on Coach Dalrymple during a game.
Paul Oliver will not get the shot to go down, but he will go to the free throw line.
A pedometer and a heart rate monitor would be impressive to look at. It's great to see the energy. It doesn't matter what the score is. That guy is always coaching. He's always excited.
Oliver misses the free throw. Paul is not having a Paul night.
No, that's okay, though, because Paul's doing some other things and some other guys are doing some other things.
And they're winning. The team's winning. So, yeah. 42-36 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Paul hits the second.
It's a luxury to have that ability for any guy to go out and put up 10 points.
7 now for Paul. Under 2 minutes to play. 43-36 on the Stanger home scoreboard. Miners leading by 7. Another nice move by Stoll. He misses the shot. Boy, Coach Dalrymple's almost playing, isn't he? He's on the floor. He was on the floor. Oliver feeds off to Cooper Smith. Back to Oliver. Connor Daly. They're taking that path to the hoop and just shutting it down.
I think we've gone into some clock kill time here.
Look at how far Coach Dalrymple is out on the floor. Stoll. Oliver knocks it away. Trey on the way. Yes! Oh, the hometown folks are feeling it. Aaron Marner with the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. Timeout on the floor. It is now a 4-point game, folks, with 1:07 to play. Oh, my. The Miners will inbound the ball when we return. This is Rader Media Sports.
Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Well, Scott, it's one of those things. It's 11 leads 11. You're thinking you're coasting in, and all of a sudden you look up with 1:07 left. It's 4.
It's Indiana basketball for you, isn't it? You can feel a little bit of a momentum shift, that's for sure. The North Daviess crowd's into it. Their students are getting after it. They've picked up their energy level on defense, too. I think that's been a big part of what they've been able to do here in the fourth quarter, especially late in the fourth quarter. I'd like to see us go get a bucket, kind of kill that momentum. Don't worry about killing clock.
You'd like it to be a Paul Oliver slam, but it probably will not be.
Any 2 points is good with me.
1:07 to play. 43-39 on the Stanger home scoreboard. And now we've got a half-court press. Jackson Miller gets it to Paul Oliver. Oliver in the corner to Jake Rose. Back to Connor Daly. Miller. Oliver. Jake Rose wanting in the back door. Cannot get it. Lint to Rose. Shot up good.
There you go. There's the 2 points.
Jake Rose gets 2 down on the baseline with 36 ticks remaining in the ball game. It is 45-39. Miners now by 7 and maybe can take a little bit of a breath.
Yeah, that's why I was big on getting a bucket there. That gets it to a 6-point game, which is a little more comfortable. Still 2 possessions. But you could tell it a little momentum kind of shifted back towards Linton there. Hopefully, a stop here can pretty much ice it, hopefully.
Jake Rose, the freshman, coming up big with the basket.
Yeah. What I liked there was the patience that you saw out of Tucker there. He had the ball in his hands, top the key, or free throw line, whatever. But he didn't rush anything. He kept his eyes up. Good, strong possession of the ball. Jake made a nice cut, and Tucker saw him. Looks like I've got a score update. Bloomfield is now up 42-33. I'm not sure how much time is left there.
9-point lead.
North Central's leading Riverton Park 46-32 in the third quarter. Bar Reeve is leading Wood Memorial 28-25 in the second quarter.
Tucker Land out there talking to Colin Loniger. You can tell, like you said, that these kids know each other.
They all know each
They're
other.
just.
Then you throw social media into it.
They're
all talking to each other.
Foul. Let's see what it's going to be. Calling it on Paul.
Yeah, that's okay though, because it killed 6 seconds,
and we only have.
We've got
that's
fouls
a second
to give.
team foul. Yeah.
That's only Paul's second. Nothing hurt there. Looks like they tried to do the exact same thing to draw another foul, maybe.
Nice spin move, blocked by Oliver, out of bounds. Will Boyd thought he could take it to the cup and loop it over 6'4" Paul Oliver. And
I'm telling you right now, if we had volleyball for boys, Paul Oliver would be a problem for some people.
I can't imagine how hard he'd hit that ball.
Granted, he's really good at throwing a shot put in a discus, so that might be a problem. Volleyball, boys being a spring sport.
And inbound the ball, Graber. Oliver's on him. Now they get it to Marner. Then fans know they got to get it up in the air, and they did not. Oliver is fouled by number 10, Cohen Stoll. He should go to the line.
It's still 2 possessions right now.
At present, yes.
Yeah, one free throw here is huge. You got to get one.
6-point ball game right now. 10 ticks remaining in the ball game. Paul hits the first one. He'll get another. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's gunning for his 9s. He's trying for double figures.
It's like fans on both sides have conceded that this one's going to go the Miners' way, I
think. He hits them both. Coming the other way. Foul called, stops the clock. But it's academic now. On the Stanger home scoreboard, it's an 8-point lead for the Miners, 47-39. Host of substitutions, Goodman, Jake Rose, and Feltner coming in. Jackson Miller, Paul Oliver, and Connor Daly coming out. They inbound the ball. Trey on the way. It's good. Great shot by Lowhider. He gets the Walton Funeral Service. Oops, I just gave that to Loniger, didn't I? There he is. There's a timeout on the floor with 3 ticks remaining. 47-42, Miners by 5. It's still a 2-possession game with 3 seconds left, Coach.
Yeah, Reggie Miller's not out here tonight, thankfully, for the Cougars. But they haven't backed down at all. You could tell by that possession they were looking to score quick. They got a good look there in the corner. Got a 3. Big thing here for Linton. Get the ball across the timeline. I don't know much about basketball though, but that seems like a good idea to me. To get it down at this end of the floor.
If this were volleyball, what would you do?
If this was volleyball, I'd throw it up to the outside hitter, let her rip it. I could see maybe a full court pat. We're going to load all 5 up down on that end of the floor. Looks like.
Oh, interesting. They put some of those starters all back in. Coach.
Yeah, we got to get the ball in, which is huge. We got to cut a second or 2 off the clock.
Daly, Cooper Smith, Paul Oliver, Lint, and Jackson Miller. They get it into Cooper. He's fouled.
He's just trying to kill the clock there. And now we're arguing.
He says, do I get to shoot? Do I get to shoot?
He was wanting 3. He was wanting 3 shots there.
Oh.
He's saying that was a full court shot.
He's still saying it, smiling the whole time, but he's lobbying for 3.
Like these 2 officials got a pretty good chuckle out of that, too.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I'm not sure what Coach Dow's.
6 points for Cooper so far. 0 for 1 from the line tonight.
That one looked real good.
Oh, my. He got the shooter's
roll
on that one.
Looked better than it actually was.
48-42 on the Stanger home scoreboard. 2 ticks remaining. And he'll not get the roll on the second
that kills
one.
the clock. Oh,
there's a shot full court, and that's the way it's going to end. On the Stanger home scoreboard, the Miners will win 48-42. The Miners will advance now to 11-1 on the year. North Daviess Cougars will drop to 8-6. But it was always a ball game. An interesting thing tonight, and we'll talk more about that when we come back on the E2 Custom Creations postgame show. This is Rader Media Sports.
E2 Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, we share those memories. When we pull the boxes of old pictures out of the closet, we revisit those memories of our past. Whether it's a photo or a special moment with family, a picture of a loved one who has passed. When you think about that moment, there's a memory that goes with it. At E2 Custom Creations, we offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage, awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Let us help you personalize a unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. If you have an idea, reach out and let's talk about how we can bring your idea to life.
I first off have a question that was posed by a viewer when from John Fesco. He says, so the coach is talking a little bit of volleyball, and is there any boys volleyball team in the state of Indiana?
Volleyball is an official IHSA sport. This will be the first season sanctioned by the IHSA. Last I knew, I believe there's somewhere around 140 schools in the state of Indiana that will be fielding a boys volleyball team this spring. I think the state finals will be played at Hinkle Fieldhouse, I believe. That's where they had it last year. I would imagine it's going to be the same as well this year.
Okay, I'll let you guys do your wrap-up. Hope that answered your question, John.
48-42 is our final on the Stanger home scoreboard. And let's go over the scoring. First of all, for the North Daviess Cougars. He had 9 points at the end of 1, 17 at the intermission, 26 at the end of 3, and 42 at the end of the ball game. Wyatt Bishop played, failed to score. Aaron Marner with a total of 8 points. That includes 2 trays. Colin Loniger had 12. That includes 2 trays and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Keaton Graber with 4. Cohen Stahl with 11. And Kobe Lowhider with 5, including 1 tray. And Cole Boyd with 2 for 42. For the Linton-Stockton Miners, Cooper Smith coming away with 7. And Coach and I will talk about this because no Linton Miner in double figures tonight. It was all a team win tonight. 7 points for Cooper Smith. He was 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Jackson Miller with 6, 2 trays, 1 in each half. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Paul Oliver with 9. Paul was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Hayden Feltner with a total of 9 points, and he was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Connor Daly with 7, including 1 tray. Jake Rose with 2 points. Tucker Lint coming away with 6, and he was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And Reuben Goodman coming out with 2 for 48 points. The Miners had 13 after 1, 22 at the intermission, 35 at the end of 3, and 48 at the end of the ball game. Coach, no Linton Miner in double figures. I think that's the first time of the games we've covered that's been the case.
I would be curious to talk to Darren Clayton to see when the last time there was any Linton boys basketball team that had a situation like that. I bet it's been a while. I like it. I love, it
shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scored.
Every guy that came into the game tonight scored.
That's exactly right.
And to me, what that tells you is a couple things. Anybody can go in and score. So teams that are scouting us, who are you going to put your weakest defender on? Where's your help side defense coming from? Who are you going to leave open? Because some of these guys, especially tonight, Paul had 9. That's half his average. Ruben can shoot the 3. Jake can shoot the 3. I didn't know Tucker Linton had a 3. He hit a 3 this year. Feltner can shoot it. Cooper Smith showed he'll shoot it tonight.
Well, you could tell early they were going to they were leaving it up to Feltner and Cooper Smith.
Yeah, and you look at the stats and you're like, man, those big guys made the difference tonight in my eyes, and I don't know that you can argue it.
Coach Britton, first of all, congratulations, 11-1.
Thank you. I'm ecstatic. Anytime you come into this building and come out with a win, it's a good night because they're a hard-nosed, disciplined, well-coached bunch. They've been like that for a long time. I think Coach V just hit the nail on the head. Our forwards tonight were the difference for us on the offensive end, especially. We knew they were going to have to make some plays because the matchup zone and the way that they double the ball. I'm sure coaches worked all week on doubling Paul and Connor in certain spots on the floor, the block, the elbows, if they put it on the floor on the wing. We knew that was coming. We showed the boys on film kind of how they did that to Willis from North Central, and our forwards stepped up. I thought this was a night we were going to need them to score some points. And they did. Tucker, Cooper, and Hayden all had a nice game for us, and other kids did some good things as well.
No one in double figures, but everybody scored, Coach.
Yeah, everyone scored. I thought the 2 freshmen gave us good minutes, got in there and rebounded well, defended. Connor played great defense on Marner, really limited his looks from the perimeter. That was a big key for us. I was worried about him hitting 5 or 6 threes because he's such a deadly shooter, and Connor did a great job on him. We started out switching a lot defensively in the first half, and slowly North Daviess started to figure a few things out on the offensive end, and we had to make some changes. And second half we didn't switch nearly as much. But I thought, mixing in a little bit of half-court trap, a little bit of press once in a while, just trying to create a little bit of pace. At times we forced a few turnovers. They didn't necessarily turn into buckets, but we did force a few turnovers with the traps and the pressure. But really excited about a hard-nosed win for our kids.
At the beginning, was it their philosophy that they wanted to see if it was going to be up to Feltner and Cooper Smith to step up?
Oh, no doubt. You could hear Coach Dow, telling his kids not to guard them. To double Paul anytime he caught it in the middle, or if Connor was making a cut or a drive.
And Paul found other ways because he had a lot of assists tonight, I thought.
He's such an unselfish player. He understands that there's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders and Connor's and Miller's to make the right play with the basketball. And some nights that play is an assist. It's a pass when the other team is really keying on you defensively. And knew that tonight was a night that some of our better scorers were going to have some assists because their defense was going to take a lot of things away from those guys.
Last point for me, and then I'll let you, Scott, jump in here.
I'll come up with something.
I have to ask you kiddingly about Coach Dalrymple. I've never seen anybody move as much as he does around I thought he was going to play for a while. He was so far out of the court.
Well, he's a passionate coach, and he does a great job, and, their kids play hard, and, they've got some good pieces. They're going to be a threat in their sectional for sure,
Did they switch up defenses on you to start, Coach? Were they going back and forth for a little bit between man and zone?
First half, they played almost all matchup zone.
They did.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
it looked like man at times, but it was matchup zone. Now they did play some possessions of man in the second half when we got a little bit of a lead. We were up 8 or 9. They went to man a little bit, and then Coach Dow quickly came out and ran that little run and jump 2-1-2 half court trap there towards the end, trying to create some turnovers and keep us from using clock. So. They mixed it up a little bit. First half, we saw a lot of matchup zone.
It felt comfortable this game at late, and you were up by 11, and then all of a sudden you look at the clock, you're only up by 4.
Well, and that's what happens when they have shooters, and we had a few situations where we helped on the drive, and they're so good about kicking it to their shooters, and they got loose and hit some big threes and got right back in the game.
I think you hit it all. I'm just over here sitting here thinking, what's a good question I could ask, but I kind of kept coming back to, what's coming down the road. How's this look, coming into sectionals here in a couple of weeks? How's this set us up for looking at Clay City? I know that's a huge game in the conference. because it's pretty much down to the two of us as long as we don't have a slip up along the way or after. So I guess if you kind of, without saying too much, I know you know at least a little bit about Clay City at this point, but kind of looking at that and where we're at now, maybe some stuff that could come from this and be applicable.
Absolutely. Just the poise you have to play with when you play a disciplined team that cuts your possessions down a little bit, and when you have to play against that zone, it takes a while to get a good shot sometimes, and it shortens the game, So I thought, and I told our kids going in, we've got to be disciplined, and on both ends of the floor, we're going to have to play a smart game. Like this is a game you can't beat yourself, tonight, because they'll beat you if you make mistakes, if you take silly quick shots that aren't there, forced passes that aren't there, if you make defensive errors or don't block out. And I thought we did it. There were some errors on our part, no doubt, but I thought we did a pretty good job of limiting those, especially in key spots. We overhelped a little bit off of shooters and let them hit some threes late. But other than that, the defense was pretty solid.
A couple of times, your middle man in the zone, when you were playing against the zone, like it was Cooper, turned around, and then Paul turned around a couple of times. I think they were surprised how open they were, Coach.
Yeah, the middle was open. We were running some shooters. We would run Miller and Connor wide, and that stretched their zone a little bit, and it opened up that middle a lot. And, Tucker, Cooper, Hayden, Paul, they all really took advantage in the middle of that zone tonight, and we're able to get some easy baskets for us.
Team win tonight for sure, but I don't think I've ever seen a minor game where no one scored in double figures, Coach.
Yeah, 9-9, 7-7, 6-6, 2-2. I mean, it's balanced, and not just the offensive end of the floor, but I thought it was a gritty defensive effort too. So
what's next?
Proud of the kids. We go to Owen Valley tomorrow night, and then Tuesday we're at Terre Haute South. So that'll be interesting those nights as well. Play some bigger schools and some athletes.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right,
we'll
thank
see
you
you
so
at Owen
much.
Valley. Good to see you,
guys.
sir. Give me my scorebook back. Thank you, Coach. Coach Vanderkolk, I'll let you. Oh, don't before you take. I was almost going to say don't take a swig, but people think that's wrong. It was
it's a singular ice cube. That
ice
I got
cube.
Left.
Your final summation, Coach.
I just the emphasis on just a good team win. I think Coach certainly hit on it. I don't know that we gave enough credit to our defense along the way. We were talking about North Daviess defense and their patience on offense, and then obviously our patience on offense. But our defense did a nice job. I didn't realize how much of a threat the Marner kid was, Coach.
I didn't realize he was a dead eye either.
We held
Coach.
him to a few points. 8. Coach was worried about
2
him.
trays.
Yeah, so he hit 2. And Coach was worried about 5 or 6. And 5 or 6 threes changes the entire dynamic. If he hits one more 3, changes the whole dynamic of the game there late. But I liked the 1-2-1-1 press that we put on there early, especially, and then just taking advantage of our size and physicality and owning the paint.
Heather, thanks once again for getting us on the air tonight. You are amazing. But we'll turn it back to you. The final here was 48-42. Miners win and go to 11-1. And we got a big day tomorrow.
Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight and watching, commenting, checking in. We know that there's lots of basketball going on tonight in the state of Indiana. We sure appreciate you watching our broadcast. As a reminder, this will be up until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. As mentioned in the post-game show, that we will be following this team tomorrow to Owen Valley. That is a 5:45 pregame, 6 o'clock JV tip. We would like to say thank you to our Minor Pride sponsors, Linton Sporting Goods, Audrey Sparks with Richard Brown Insurance, Alicia Cornelius with Indiana Farm Bureau, The Grill of Linton, Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets, Jathan Wright with Indiana Farm Bureau, Team Ortho, Crane Credit Union, Walton Funeral Service, Klusner Constructions, Stanger Homes, and Key Associates of Linton. We would also like to say thank you to Jordan Vaught for our pregame sponsorship, E2 Custom Creations for our postgame sponsorship, as well as these sponsors: Fish Monuments, Linton Cycle Sales, Mayor Preble in the City of Linton, Friends of Goose Pond, Crines Auto Detailing, Save a Lot in Linton, Violet & Company, Gaither Power Sports, Brock Anderson Construction, Hall's Excavating, Autumn Trace of Greene County, Bender Lumber of Linton, Correll's Gas of Linton, Midwest Satellite, and then our banner sponsors, Green Streets, Pizza Hut of Linton, Dan and Teresa Carpenter, Martha and Hadley, Beach Cattle of Bloomfield, Casey's of Linton, Skinner's Towing, Tim and Joan Warwick, Bandanas by Brenna, Donnie and Marilyn Clayton, and Margaret Ann Simon, who needs to continue to keep the light on until tomorrow night. We thank all of you for joining us, for commenting, following us, supporting us, and most importantly, following these athletes, coaches, fans, and community during this season. So for Scott Vanderkolk, Kevin Rader, and myself, this is Rader Media Sports.
Thank you for watching this high school boys basketball broadcast. This has been a production of Rader Media Sports. Until next time.